Masters, masters of the metaverse, masters of the metaverse. They travel through time and space and stuff. Troll them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't a bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters, masters of the metaverse. Masters, masters of the metaverse. Masters, masters of the metaverse. Masters, masters of the metaverse.
Hey, we're back. I found my waffle notes. Yes! What the hell's with me tonight? This is insane. Okay, so the story on this waffle. A while back, Gregzilla won the waffle raffle. A waffle is not really a raffle, it's just a giveaway because you didn't have to buy tickets, so IRS, please don't hurt us. But the thing of it was, Greg, in his amazing awesomeness, immediately sent us lyrics to the waffle that he wanted us to do. So Christian and I have been going back and forth on how to handle this and whatnot. Make a long story short, going forward, you're all wonderful, lovely, talented people.
We love you.
We love you.
A whole ton.
But please let us do the waffles going forward because it makes life easier for us for a variety of reasons that I'm not going to get into right now. But I want to honor this. What?
Christian has a list.
I've got a list.
He's got a list. I want to honor that, and so I'm going to really quickly do the first half of this song, which I think was comprised not only in honor of Greg's own novel writing and such, but it's also a love song to Christian Doyle.
Aww.
Because it's based on a Nickelback song. Look at this novel draft. Reading it just makes me laugh. I can't believe that character's dead. But then I did name him soon Dead Fred. And this is where I first gave up. But then I started again, because what the cluck? He actually wrote cluck. No matter how much I may have doubts, I can be good at this even when it makes me pout. This is where I went to school. Not for writing, but something less cool. To my characters, I'm not so nice. But it's my story and they pay the price. I wonder if it's too late. Should I stop at book number 8? Still don't know why the main character's a hen. Did the egg come first or Madeline? Madeline's an important character in that book, and then that rhymes.
I gathered.
Oh God! Every idea I've thrown at the back door, not good enough to avoid the cutting room floor. It's hard to say it, time to say it. Goodbye, goodbye. Every plot I thought might be a big bore or had inconsistencies at their soul core. It's hard to say it, time to say it. Goodbye, goodbye. And then I'll put the rest of it up later on. Yay! And that's what I'm gonna do right now.
How was that a love song to Christian?
Because it was a Nickelback song.
Oh, I understand.
They're my favorite band.
They really are.
I thought there was actually going to be pronouncements.
I'm surprised that Greg was able to choose through their vast discography and pick a song that he liked best.
I'm surprised that you have not commented on the fact that I know that song so well.
Oh, we knew.
I wouldn't know the difference. I'm sorry.
That's true.
I knew what song it was.
I learned it while watching Friends.
Oh. No, he did not. Because Nickelback happened after Friends.
Oh. True. So, we have a bunch of announcements to let you know how you guys doing. It's Monday evening. It's a little after 6. Apparently, I'm already not thinking well. So, what could go wrong with the show tonight?
Nothing.
We have some things to let you know that are going on. If you have not already checked it out, the store is live. It has fun surprises in there. We have some new items up for stuff. You know, let's start all over again. Hi everybody, I'm Chris Odie. This is Hyper RPG, the hyperactive, interactive, community-driven Twitch channel that you are watching. I can't wait to go back and watch the VOD and see how many times I messed up this opening. If you have not seen our show before, this is Masters of the Metaverse. It is this fun mashup RPG interactive live stream show where we take players who their pilot identities are inserted into an avatar identity in another reality through all sorts of technobabble, and it allows them to play different characters, and it's fun, it's crazy. It's just a good time. That's what it really comes down to. If you don't believe me, ask someone who's watched it before. They've come back because they enjoy it. If you want to support the show, just keep watching it. Tell your friends about it. Share it on your social media feeds of whatever type you are into.
There's many.
There are many. And but additionally, you can also check out the store, the Stray Logic store that I'm sure someone's going to drop in here.
Boom! It's there.
Someone's going to drop the link.
Why are you giggling?
I don't know why.
That's
I'm dying on camera. It had to happen eventually.
Yeah, let's just move on.
And no, it's all good.
No, this is good. This is gold.
I want this moment to last forever.
If anyone on the over/under picked under 7 for tonight, you are going to lose. Because I think we're at 2 or 3 cracks already.
Well, you haven't taken your glasses off in supplication yet. So.
This is just hell on earth. But there's a lot of fun stuff going on. Share the love. Stick around afterwards. We're going to have the season finale of HeroClix Indomitable. Woo. Last episode of DC Elseworlds. Next week, we're doing a one-off HeroClix show with TMNT. That's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But we also have some other fun stuff to talk about. Well, not fun. We have news. Please come, take the chair.
Oh, I don't need you to stick around.
Have you seen how I've been this evening?
You know,
run the show for me, woman.
I'm starting to feel it myself. Osmosis.
Holy crap!
Hey guys, I just wanted to say, hey, thank you so much for your support today. Because if you haven't heard the news, I announced today, or Zach announced that at the end of July, I am actually going to be leaving Hyper. That was not an easy decision because I love Hyper and I love you guys, but I just wanted to let you guys know that that's happening. So I'll be here for the Hyper Drive, and I'm probably going to play on all of the RPGs that are up here. I haven't figured out what those are yet, but I'm going to try really hard to get my dad to GM something for me. So that should be fun. But yeah, I'm sad about it, but it's for some good reasons that I'll get into on Honesty Hour on Monday. So Honesty Hour with me. Bring your questions. I'm not sure how deep I'm going to go into like the personal stuff, but let's take a walk down memory lane. Let's, have a good time and make the last couple weeks of me being here as your community manager really awesome. I'm still a thumper through and through. So, just wanted to say that on camera while I was here, because I was in chat earlier. But second thing...
Right now we're marveling at your ability to form complete sentences.
It's very difficult.
They haven't seen that for at least 10 minutes.
And then the second thing is, in case you have not heard the news, we have a huge fan art contest going on with Valiant. So the Valiant Vanquished fan art contest is going. Nice. You can submit fan art for Vanquished, our superhero RPG that we do with Valiant Comics. And the winner will be published in a Valiant comic. What? I know. Yeah. That's a big deal.
That's huge.
Okay, so also let's take a second to think about the fact that we have a partnership with a comic book company that is helping us make a show that is canon in their universe. That's really crazy on its own, and then they like us enough to do something like this and get your art into a comic book. That's insane.
I wish I could draw.
That's pretty cool.
I know. So anyway, that's all from me.
We should stick to companies like that as opposed to the ones who put an ass hat in a chair and try to have them run a show.
Oh, I'm not running it anymore.
Yeah, so we're fine now. All right.
Thank you.
That's it for me. I'll see you later.
I am the ass hat of this couple, I'll have you know.
Oh, it goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. Emily has just been fantastic to work with, and I don't think I'm saying anything you have not figured out over the last year plus on camera. But she is just as awesome in real life, if not more so than she seems on screen. That's
true.
And we have just loved the hell out of her. She has been just a amazing. I was really hoping to get another hug out of this, so I'm so glad that worked.
Is she passing those out? Because I could really use a hug.
You know what?
She is fantastic. She has just been...
No, Crash doesn't like hugs, but...
She's amazingly talented, so on the ball, so level-headed. Still is also so creative and funny and just fun to be around, and a burst of positivity. And so we have just loved the holy hell out of working with her. And we are absolutely going to find ways to pull her back into shows, because she has said she's open to that. So.
Burst of positivity is a level 2 cleric spell.
There you go. And so it's going to be, it'll be, we're sad to see her go, but at the same time, it is the right call for her right now in life. And yeah. So thank you for all of that. I almost said Hellspawn, but I don't think I can say that with the same sort of authority. No, it's not me. Story die. I've chosen die apparently for my. It's an improv game. Never mind. Seriously, can I get a do-over? Can we watch the credits one more
We could
time?
let them know that
You got this, bro.
there are awesome Metaverse shirts now.
There are, yeah. If you guys haven't checked it out, quick plug. You can check out also, in addition to all the wonderful stuff that Hyper has put out, that you can check out in the Hyper store at Dead.Market is the store run by Zombie Orpheus Entertainment and its sister company, Dead Gentleman Productions. And there are several cool things available there, including a new golden waffle shirt and several other things that have come up. Masters of the Metaverse shirt.
We got Masters of the Metaverse logo shirt.
The
Physics be damned.
Yeah, Physics be damned.
Physics be damned.
Ed Davenport, who did the Sparkle Sister logo drawings, that shirt is now available.
Yeah.
Wait,
Nice.
are you kidding?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
So are you saying that
one is being sent out to Ed right now?
So you're saying that if our fans send in fan art, we might turn them into T-shirts and give them credit for those T-shirts?
That's exactly what we did. I did ask him first. We did not.
Man, I'll tell you what, Zoe is great.
I like them. The fans are pretty cool too. If you have not noticed already, I think Paximo sent Mr. Matt Vansel over there a pretty cool shirt that fits very well.
I teed up a little.
I want to be worshipped. Story.
You want the
Whoa! Let's reel it back.
No. I've been married to her for a long time. I know what this is like. It's all.
Okay, we don't need to know what happens later.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So,
What is it though?
So yeah, if you've not checked out the show before, we use this is a fun sci-fi mashup RPG show where we go in and out of different realities. The one we are in right now is a superhero reality television show where the people have been trying to audition for the role of the next American Sentinel, and the cast is currently in the bodies of several superheroes. And last week they had a little incident occur, an incident that actually you guys in chat caused.
It was a hack attack.
It was. It was a hack attack.
Why is there a one by the hack attack?
We have a hack attack from last week.
We have one from last week that just got finished off.
Okay.
It's all
No,
good.
man, that's not good news
new.
for us.
It's a new hack attack.
It's
We
a
don't know
new
what
one.
that is yet.
This one's live. This is a live hack
This is
attack.
happening.
We're gonna do it live. But yeah, the whole last week, as a result of a decision made by chat, the entire cast was shrunk, or the players were at least, characters were shrunk down into a microscopic-ish level, down to the size of fleas, if not smaller. And they ended up going into combat with a group of fleas.
That were the size of houses.
That were the size of houses to them, and one of the fleas even stepped on Aquamarine, on Lady Vale, flattened her, and yet she was still able to pull herself off the ground in a Looney Tunes sort of way and seduce the flea, which was disturbing but effective.
Sorry, what?
Welcome back, Matt.
Welcome back.
Oh, Matt's here.
Gone for 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks I'm gone, chat.
This table always smells better when Vanessa's at it.
Like patchouli and glitter.
So you were shrunk down, sent. You found yourself down in the carpet in the office of Armor Guy, who was your arch nemesis the first time we were in this reality, in this superhero world. And yeah, you were confronted by these giant fleas, and then there was an incident involving these strange metallic creatures who could form their limbs into blades. You remember this? They were swarming around you and attacking you.
The tiny T2s?
Yes, they were stabbing into you. And once you had finished them off, do you recall what happened next?
We found a more advanced version of that society that was worshipping Bombshell.
Right. Bombshell, our very own shape-shifting, nano-wasp created superhero. There was this society of basically nano-wasps who had turned her into, to her, she is the great silver god.
Heck yeah.
And so they'd come out, chanting her name and whatnot. They brought the team back to their base of operations, and that's where we find ourselves now. It is a, pardon me. You are in the compound of these entities who refer to themselves as the children of the Silver God. And this compound is kind of similar. It's kind of take a medieval castle and blend it with like a 1990s cult compound, and that's kind of the image of what you have. It's been built. There's no sign of domestic animals or anything like that because you are itty bitty. No sign of children. All of the creatures walking around, while they are humanoid and do have a face and some discernible features, they all seem to be about the same size, shape. The only way to really differentiate them is by the tunics that they wear. Last week you met the Elder. You'll recall the Elder was wearing a cape and was actually formed very similar to Bombshell herself. Had the Bombshell's ears and the kind of chunky high heels and the little power button in her belly button. Very similar to the way Void Smoker actually had drawn her a few months back. And yeah, because we did all of that. And if you'll recall at the very end, the last thing the Elder said to you was, "You have come for us, great Silver God. Praise be your name." So you've taken a little bit of time now to interact with the Elder and some of the other children. They've taken you off to some quarters that you are all sharing together. There are some tables and chairs in the room, but no sign of a place to sleep other than the floor. It's a very bare, Spartan room. And the buildings themselves, if you want, you can give me a skill check to try and figure out what these things are made out of.
Oh.
Okay. A skill check.
What kind of skill?
Is that an epic failure over there?
Oh yeah, that's real bad.
2 12s.
Yeah, you're convinced that these...
She's just basking in the glory.
I'm just.
Yeah, you're probably thinking you're so distracted, Bombshell, that you aren't really paying attention.
I'm happy.
If you had to guess,
Hashtag Hellspun love #MetaPoint.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
thank you,
great.
chat.
I don't know what skill you want, but I got a 7.
Something that you think would help you figure out what exactly these things are made out of.
I've got alien physiology.
What?
Sure. Oh, yeah. That's good. Yeah. Why not? Other than the fact that we're not talking about physiology, but sure. Oh, you're talking about the creatures themselves.
The creatures, yeah.
You can do that. Sure. You can try to figure out what these buildings are made out of, and also what the creatures are made out
Because
of.
wouldn't they be similar?
Yes. Well, not necessarily.
That's because my house is made of flesh.
I made it. My only one, but I made it.
Yeah, I mean, it's reasonable to assume that these creatures, the so-called children, are somehow connected to Bombshell herself.
Yeah, these are these. I feel like these are nano wasps.
Completing the hashtag hack attack from last week. Chris, I will whisper you the details in case you don't remember them.
I did, and I saw the whisper. Thank you so much for that. And I think you're right. We'll wait until next week when Vanessa comes back, because it will be much more meaningful to use it when she's around. So,
Okay.
thank you for that, chat.
Great, just a hack attack looming over us for a whole week. No big deal.
We did it. We had one
Been
looming
there,
over
done
us
that
for
before.
three weeks for a while. So
And we
Now
didn't
we're
know
small.
about it.
Sword of Damocles. Pending sense of doom.
Doom.
But pending.
So yeah, so you want to figure out what these things are
It's like
made
doom
of?
calling
Yeah.
from another
Okay,
world.
so yes, you're pretty sure that these are, in some way, these are nanowasps that have broken free from Bombshell's general collective and attained a certain degree of sentience.
All hail Bombshell hashtag MetaPoint.
Thank you.
It stands to reason then that the more feral ones that you saw are probably somehow similarly connected.
But earlier stage, like they're younger.
Well, I tell you what, the Elder has a story to tell you.
Ah, good. How's
I
that?
love stories.
I just found this. Thank you, Chris, from last week. Long ago, there were, in fact, actually before this happens, before the Elder does this, a group of the children come into the compound carrying the unconscious form of one who is very familiar to you. The one and only Johnny Legion,
Oh crap.
who you may recall you had been entrusted to care for.
Yeah, didn't I have him like under my arm? Like,
You did.
Not you to give hashtag Rosie Beth hashtag MetaPoint.
Thank you, Chad.
Thank you.
Yeah, the last time you saw Johnny Legion, it was when you were trying to protect him from the assassins who were trying to kill him, even though you hate his guts. And he came to you because you were the only ones he saw as trustworthy enough.
Well, and
which is
we are
sad
kind
about
and
his,
just.
You know, yeah, well, he knew you were powerful enough to
And
theoretically
kind
keep him
and just.
safe. Yes, that's exactly what it was, Bombshell. But yeah, they bring in the unconscious form of Johnny Legion because, as it turned out, as you may recall, he was with you throughout your encounter with Armor Guy and Kid Titan, excuse me, had carried him under his arm, and you were, I think, you used him as a battering ram at one point.
well, you know,
correctly.
He's tough.
He is. He's tough, and he can reconstitute himself, and and he's a douche. So it's what happens.
Yeah.
But they pull in this unconscious form and set him down before you, fairly gently. And
well met, subjects. My thanks.
And many of them, many of the children, whenever they see you, you can just hear kind of this echoing voice of like, praise be, praise be, praise be, praise be the silver god, silver god, silver god. Because they always speak in this kind of echoey language, except for the elder, who seems to be able to communicate on the elder's own. But the unconscious form of Johnny Legion kind of cracks his neck a little bit and starts to pull himself off the ground and looks around at you all, and you can tell that for the first time ever, there is a meta-pilot running Johnny Legion.
Relax, assholes, it's me.
Hi, Nick.
Hey, Crash.
Oh, welcome.
Yeah, you know how hard it is to hit a target this tiny? What the hell happened? Would have been here sooner, but
we've been diminished.
I might have done a spell against an armor guy thing, and it might have shrunk us.
But now we have a new civilization. They are worshiping me.
We're in a living room. Well, we're in an office.
Yeah.
Oh, and these little metal men all worship Bombshell.
We think they're parts of old Bombshell.
Can you tell who everybody is?
let's just pretend I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
I don't. Am I wearing a shell necklace? Get this. I'm here to
You were
protect.
in fact wearing a shell necklace.
I'm here to protect the investment from the founders. They finally let me out of my cage.
The investment?
Here to protect you. Gather information. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm glad that you went to that and not, hey Nick, why were you in a cage?
Hey Nick, why were you in a cage?
Yes, thank you, goddess.
When someone asks if you're a god, you say yes.
Yes, thank you. I've seen the movie too. Anyway, so basically, remember how I might have kicked Thomas in the ribs a couple of times?
I do recall this.
Yeah, I
A couple
remember
of times, and they frowned on that, and so
Which is weird because I like tackled him.
I know, yeah. You dislocated his shoulder, twisted his knee. I only kicked him when he was down, so you did more damage than I did. Yet I wound up in the penalty box because apparently now I'm a danger and a liability. You know,
But you were sent to protect us?
Well,
yes. Well, I mean, I had to cool a little bit of a cooling off
in their
period.
defense, you're not exactly a real person.
Oh yeah, thank you.
You're also an installed entity. I think that's what
you want to throw that out.
it's a small piece of the
I
conversation.
don't exactly exist as an individual form, and they kind of freaked out because they thought I was going to try to kill them all again. Let's forget I said again. Anyway, so his whole thing was Thomas complained, and so I got locked up for kicking the guy. I broke the rib of the guy who literally got me killed. So, of course, punishment far exceeds the crime.
This is part of the story that I do not have.
Oh, yeah, well, it's, never mind. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm here now,
Okay.
and I'm not allowed to kick anyone while they're helpless.
I think it's great that you're like in the biggest asshole we know here, other than, well, the guy we thought was the villain until we ended up shrunk in his
Yeah,
office.
okay, you have scissors? I'm getting rid of this man-bun.
He could still be the villain.
Oh, he's gonna hate that.
I know. Fuck this guy.
Thank you! That's what I've been saying for like 2 days, and I've been protecting him.
Yeah, look, it was the only slot available, okay?
Speaking of which, as this is going on, throughout all of this, Lady Vale has seemed oddly quiet and had kind of a far-off look in her eyes.
Oh, damn it, I could have taken Lady Vale. I didn't know that.
And Aquamarine has just not seemed like herself for some reason.
Is she upset about the sapphire business?
Yeah, I mean, Aquamarine was pretty upset to find out that her rival Yogini, Sapphire, had taken over her, I think she calls it a family, but I think we've all agreed it's a cult.
Yeah.
It's, when you're back, Vanessa, it's cult. It's big old cult. Big old corporate cult.
Mama got a big old cult.
Big old cult. Big old culty. I can't believe I just did that either.
What was that even about, bro?
What the hell is with me today?
We were talking
Who's
about a
driving
cult.
Chris. Is there a pilot in here right? That's what it is.
It's
That's
not
what
Crash.
Oh, wait,
I think
wait.
Johnny Legion might be in you.
No, the pilot just left. It's Mina. Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Are you feeling better now?
I am. What?
He didn't say anywho. Kill him.
He hasn't said for days once. This is Robot Chris.
Usually he says for days.
I know.
Oh, so tempting. Okay, so as this is going on, Lady Vale, every once in a while you've been noticing while you've been shrunken, a little buzz in your ear. Similar to the nano wasp the effect that you felt when the nanowasps from Bombshell were first placed in your ears so that you communicate with one another. And it's felt like something's been kind of glitching with it, and it's been a little irritating.
Sorry,
but,
guys.
You know, it's like feedback or something, but not quite.
Okay.
Okay. And that's important background that you needed right there. Because what happens next is Lady Vale, as she is hanging out with you all, she starts kind of looking up, and she says, or I should say Aquamarine, not Lady Vale. Jebba, and as soon as she gets that much of the word out of her mouth, there is this flash of light, and she's gone.
The avatar's gone too?
The entire physical being standing there before you is gone.
But maybe with Jebediah.
Well, Jebba is not short for many other things.
So maybe we should look into that.
I vote we get big first.
Hey, let's see what this says. Hashtag best off times, hashtag worst off times.
Yay!
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Chad. That's right.
We have a new
one of each, just because.
Yeah, we got a new thing in the store tonight.
It was the best of times.
It was
and there's
the
another
worst
one.
of times.
Yes. Yeah, if you hadn't seen the store, Chad, there's a new thing tonight. Best of times, worst of times. Long story short, instead of rolling 3 die, the cast member will roll. Excuse me. Instead of rolling 2 die, they will roll 3 die.
Die is singular.
And they will either.
It is a robot because Chris would know that.
Some red shirt. Thank you for the idea. Just so you know, your man bun keeps growing back.
Well played, Chris.
But the best times, worst times, they will roll 3 die and dice.
That's 6.
Wow! They will roll 3 dice, 3 of these objects of the appropriate size, shape, color, form thing, and choose either the best of those. The best 2 or the
Would
best.
you like me to explain it?
Would you like one of them to take over?
Roll. In the best of times, you roll 3 dice and use the 2 best. In the worst of times, you roll 3 dice and use the 2 worst.
Ta-da!
What should we do with our extra 45 seconds?
I don't know. I was thinking about stammering stuff.
Stammering?
So just to get myself out from under this bus, I'm just going to say this. So there was a little thing that happened today, and I mean this with love towards everybody, but I didn't know until early this morning that Vanessa would not be here this evening, and I didn't know until 30 minutes before the show that Matt would be here. So part of the reason I'm fumbling all over the place is because I've had to
fix the story?
Really change things a couple of times today, and my head is not any way, shape, or form where I wanted to be for you. I am so sorry. I will pull myself together.
We like it.
See, he thought he was going to be running a session for 4 players, but he wound up running a session for 4 players.
Just so you know, your bun grows back.
I can watch this all day.
But
so, yeah, so she disappears, and Johnny Legion's there. You guys have been talking for a bit, and as you're checking in with each other and such, the Elder shows back up, and he starts to speak to you, and he checks in to make sure you're all feeling well and such. And he's a little stiff as he speaks to you, like he's not.
Is he nervous around me?
Oh yeah.
I've tried to put him at ease.
Yeah, that doesn't help him at all. I mean, you are God to him, and so he's.
Be still, friend. It is all right.
He never moves.
He's just gonna.
He's. So he does speak to you though. He tells you about he tells you about the legend of the great silver god, the one who created the children out of her very essence. Long ago, there were no children. There was only the silver god and lesser rival heroes. And yet the children existed as potential. A potential united in purpose and identity, yet still discrete, nearly individual, but not quite. The silver god existed, and exists on a plane beyond imagination, tasked with confronting powerful forces of evil and motivating good to walk in the ways of positivity. It was in one confrontation with evil that the first children were created. With no sense of past or purpose beyond wholeness with the silver god, these early children, the Nasps, quickly lost their way and went feral. They became beasts, hungry for destruction, consuming all that they encountered.
What were they called?
The Nasps.
The Nesps?
Nasps. Yeah, like nano-wasp, but...
Yeah, but shortened.
But one of the first, the Elder, resisted the call to entropy and sought reunion with the Silver God, holding to a faint memory of the time before. Preaching a message of hope, the Elder slowly welcomed and fostered newcomers into the children of the Silver God. Additional fragments of her essence who found their way home from lands far beyond. Now the Nasps and the children exist in constant war, each holding in their being a vastly different future for those who've lost perfect union with the Silver God.
So things have gotten nasty.
Yeah.
What an excellent story.
That was good. Question now, can't you just like suck them all back into you and then we'll be done here?
If she was the right size, maybe.
Right now they are much too big. Or we are much too small.
Oh, you don't get subtext. Okay. That makes sense now.
Or sarcasm.
Well, and you can also make some checks too about, electronics, computers.
I have a computer skill.
Knowledge of yourself.
I have my own self-understanding as well. Some, anyway. Though I am new.
Anyone?
I'm going to use a meta point.
Oh, I would use a meta point too.
Yep.
I'm good for now.
Yeah, I don't want to get any news here.
I beat my computer roll by 3.
Since you're kind of always aware of computer systems in the general area, that's one of the abilities that you have, and it's very reasonable to assume, based on what you've picked up from the Nasps, that they're corrupted.
Indeed.
And they're not even whole nano-wasps. At this point, they've devolved to a point where there's some sort of
bestial version.
Gray goo.
Gray goo.
Really, Christian, a tip for one negative buff with a positive one to balance it out. Fine, here you go. Hashtag Jacksumba.
Yeah, I would have thought that was Paximo, except she didn't apologize afterwards, so it probably isn't.
I'm so sorry. Have a shirt.
We love you, Paximo. Ignore the boys.
Oh.
We love you.
Oh, and now she's going to troll you again later on.
I know. I've probably just earned myself a dire enemy. I'm so sorry.
It's cool. I'll just keep drunk texting her late at night.
Earned is the right word.
Oh. But,
the Nasps?
Yeah.
Yes.
They're
corrupted, and they are goo.
Yeah, I mean, they're fragments at this point.
So there is no way to reincorporate them into
It would take some work.
Yeah, you should probably just like wipe them out.
So I would like to use my ultravision to computer scan and see if is the castle made of the same kind of material as these things are? Are they using separate building materials?
So, yeah, go ahead and any kind of skill particular.
I do. I've got. Well, I can use the same alien physiology, but I've also got the ability to matter scan it. So.
I have mechanics and.
I've just really enjoyed the conversation that's going on in chat right now.
About what? Are they going to hurt me?
Chat's decided that they're going to help defend Paximo.
Defend? I'm not attacking.
What was that one?
Exoplanet?
It's a worst of times, specifically tagged for crash.
Oh, I understand.
Because that's an option they can do.
Right, yeah. So because I mentioned a member of chat, they're hurting me?
It's like the Nasps and
we only hurt the ones we love in this world.
That's true.
But so, did you succeed on your...
I haven't even rolled yet. I'm not sure if I want to. Should I use that worst of times?
If you want to, sure.
Why would I want to use a troll?
Oh, that's true. I gotta throw it at you at some point. I'm not gonna use it on this one yet, though. I'll do it later. I will use it. Okay. Now I know which of your rolls I will use it on.
Thank you. That hurts my feelings. I made it again.
Cool. So you can tell that these buildings seem to be comprised of reconstituted bits of the carpeting, the carpet fibers that have been repurposed.
So yeah, this is
bits of food.
It's outside material.
Yeah.
They're not cannibalizing their own bodies to make structures with. That's what I was worried about.
That would be awesome.
They are skillfully...
Well, they're nanobots. That would be in their programming if they were still part of the whole. Which is why if they're doing that, we need to kill them all.
Yeah, they built a castle out of rayon and Cheetos.
They are skillfully using the materials at hand.
Yeah, that's
rayon and Cheetos.
I still think we need to kill him. wipe them out.
The good ones?
There are no good ones. They're all broken.
What about the ones inside of me?
Oh, the ones that have been working on, the ones that are with the elders seem to be...
The children
Well, you haven't
are good.
checked them yet, so...
I thought the children were good. The
You
story
just
said they were good.
Goo.
Well, here's the thing. You're kind of
I was talking
God,
about
so
the
you can judge them to be good or not.
I judge them to be good.
Well, you should review whether they are or not first.
They are worshiping me. What is not to like?
Wait. Why do you think that's a good thing?
I am awesome. I am just. I am moral.
Boring.
What's not to
So
like?
you're there to be admired and respected, certainly, but worshipped? You don't have a problem with that?
It seems like the same thing.
So your morality programming is missing the key factor of not caring if you're deified?
Indeed.
That's really frightening.
I thought I just heard Christian say he was sorry, but he isn't me, so it must not be so. Oh well. Hashtag Rosie Bip.
I'm just not going to talk the rest of the episode.
No.
That's
So-
okay. They can flail without me. See how they go.
So... I'm flailing now, so...
Look, all I want to say is that, like, in every super good story that you hear about a god and what they've done, they have always caused destruction and just wiped everything out. And just think about it, it would be awesome! Because we're really tiny and they're really tiny. I don't know what it was, but you should do it.
I do
And
not
then
want
they-
to destroy things.
But then
for
they'd
fun.
be afraid of you.
I do not wish their fear.
Well, what do you want them to do?
Maybe they could help us get big. Maybe they could get big with us.
They're not getting
That
big with
might
us.
be the worst idea I've heard yet.
I like them.
Well, yeah, because they're worshiping you. You should make them worship us too, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Tell them that-
Decree, citizens, we are all to be worshipped.
No, not me.
Give me a...
I make a tiara for myself.
so you've got basically
I have
access to
many
every
things.
skill out there. All right, give me a check.
Okay,
Because you can just use whatever skill you need to.
I have no idea what's going on.
I got an 11. I beat it by 4.
Yes, you
She's
did.
trying to get the
yeah.
nano people to worship us as gods too.
So yes, you are able to convince the the children, that despite the appearance of your compatriots, that they are similarly deific and worthy of their admiration.
Yes.
You know, by their own history, we are the rival heroes.
Yeah, and I didn't like how they wrote that, so I rewrote the story.
You're going to create a religious schism that's going to tear this civilization apart. But at the same time, this civilization wouldn't survive OxyClean, so knock yourself out.
Thanks.
Be nice
Not to
to our
mention the
people.
entire civilization is the size of a small throw rug.
Probably less.
Hence my cleaning joke.
Oh, I get it now, sorry.
It's all right, Crush.
Okay. What is our goal right now?
I've been
To get
wondering
big.
that.
To get big. That is what I thought the goal was.
Yeah.
And my magic doesn't work, apparently.
Not to get big.
And the children have asked you for assistance in their
Oh, in their
struggle.
war?
Their struggle with the Nosps.
Do you mean they want me to wipe out an entire civilization?
There are those amongst the children who believe that it may be possible to pull some of these Nosps back to their side, as
Boring.
that is where they've all begun from.
Let's investigate that. And then if they don't convert, then you can wipe them out.
We can do that.
Convert or die. Now she's talking like God now.
I am one. We just made that clear.
Yes, thank you.
In her defense, she was raised by a goddess.
This is stuff that is left out of the dossier.
Yeah.
I downloaded all the files every time I jump.
Yeah,
They might have included that.
Do you need more?
That'd be great.
Oh, God.
My
here she
grandpa's
goes.
like super powerful too, and he likes killing things.
Actually, he likes cooking now, doesn't he?
Yeah, he makes a really, really good
Hang
bechamel,
on,
by
I'm
the
writing
way.
this down. Grandpa likes killing and cooking. 8-foot-long tongue, I'm guessing. What?
Ticker tape tongue.
Ticker tape.
Oh, of course. That's what that is.
What are you tickering?
This is covered in slime.
Trying to find all the information.
you were giving
providing
it to
the
it.
information.
Well done, well done.
Oh, my stocks are up. That's nice.
Was that helpful?
Nick is up.
And
Four
no-
points
Okay,
are down.
okay.
And no, I'm missing the penalty box.
What do we get out of helping the nan-nob?
Maybe they can help us find a way to get bigger.
Well, do they know? Do you know how to make us bigger?
Is that you just ask one of them that?
Yeah. Answer my question.
Praise be the one whose questions are asked. Praise be. Praise
Thank you. Very nice. Answer my question. Do you know how to get bigger?
They look at one another.
Yeah, we should really wipe them all out. These are awful.
No, I like these ones.
Two of them kind of approach each other gingerly, and one climbs up on the shoulders of the other.
Look how cute
they both look at you and smile.
You think this civilization is worthy of advancement?
Nope.
It's not worthy of destruction.
How did we get small again? I wasn't here for that.
Oh, Armor Guy did a thing, and then like I might have had a spell that, and then they might have come together, and there was a big explosion, and then we got small.
Which
No
turned
big
into
deal.
a
It's
very
fine.
small explosion. Her magic can't seem to get us back big.
I already tried,
Okay. So
but
now-
it still works. It just doesn't work to make us big.
I've done the math. If I maxed out my ability to grow in Titan form, I could make it to almost a foot tall.
Okay.
That would be a very impressive height.
But I'd still be strong enough to throw an aircraft carrier.
Duly noted. That might come in helpful. Okay, so
If you did that, would Titan be around?
No, he wouldn't. Stop asking.
I do like Titan.
She totally wants to
You
make out
don't
with
like Titan.
Yeah, she does.
No,
She is
does.
moral
Kiss him.
and just.
she's programmed to think she likes Titan. Stop it with the stop it. Stop.
your dossier is
Stop it.
just blank. For this, how does this stuff not make it in?
Mine?
I've got it all.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So should we find the Nosps?
We know where they are.
Yeah, we just ran from them.
I'm sorry, are we actually going to help the tiny, insignificant civilization rather than continue the mission, which is get ourselves big?
Well,
There's
the mission isn't to get ourselves big. The mission is to finish what we started here. If this is part of that, then yeah, this is what we do.
Which was what?
Finish whatever our mission was when we came here.
Yes, exactly, which is what?
They never told us. They threw us in here blind, okay?
They threw us in here blind, and now you're tiny.
Yeah, they just want us to trust them.
The founders and the program put us on the same job at different times in the same avatars. It's not insignificant that we're here.
Therefore, we are not insignificant when we are small, and we should save those who you call insignificant because they are
I didn't
significant.
call them insignificant.
No,
I just think
I was pointing at him.
That
Oh.
does make a certain kind of sense.
We are significant. They are significant. Let us help them.
I still get to wipe out, like, the other race, though, right?
why would you ever
If we
program a robot with such insane optimism? It's so irritating. And the worst part is, I kind of like her for it.
You want to kiss her?
No. No.
I'm not programmed to do that anyway.
Oh, no, honey, you are.
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have never accessed that programming.
That was actually in the dossier, yes.
If you really are a bombshell, trust me.
Oh, yeah, my grandpa had a poster of the first one in his room.
My grandmother was quite attractive, according to legend.
Oh, yeah, total knockout.
You realize that
Body of solid steel.
You realize that everything we're saying is going to become one of their new holy texts.
There's actually been a couple of the
Scribes.
children who have been scribing everything during this conversation.
That's good. Well, I guess we can go... What do they want us to convert, the old ones? They want us to...
I think that's the best plan. We go to the Nosps, we try to convert them, and if they are unconvertible, then you may wipe them out.
Great, let's talk and walk. It
As
takes
you're
us an hour and a
having
half
this
to walk a foot.
conversation, you start hearing some sounds from,
drums?
from outside. No, these sound like the sounds of a concerned crowd.
Oh.
People
Concerned
starting.
crowd?
Yeah, you start hearing people like shouts. You know, "Ah, nah," shouts. I don't know.
Sorry, what were those shouts again?
Grandpa Simpson comes walking.
One more
through.
time. What's the
So
plural
I
of
guess
that?
we could go check it out.
And Yeah, no, you start hearing
Commotion.
You hear an alarm go off from outside.
Like that?
It's a very pleasant alarm.
Because Nick is being so mean to it, all the assholeness of Johnny gets concentrated into the man bun and it becomes sentient and attacks Nick and the party. Try to cut me off again, biatch. Hashtag hack attack.
Yay!
I brought this on myself.
We were worried nothing ridiculous would happen. We knew we could count on you, chat.
Sentient man bun.
Sentient man bun.
Bring it, man bun.
How does one fight a man bun?
So, sentient man bun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, he's puppetized the man bun.
I like it.
Man bun here, motherfuckers.
I would have this for like we can use this for a body, except it's not a Zima, so it won't work.
So, okay, there is still an alarm going off outside. However, in the room in which you are, one of the clumps of man bun that Nick had cut off from Johnny Legion and thrown off to the side. Johnny Legion with his duplication powers, that's one of the problems. The man bun just keeps coming back because as much as Nick hates it, Johnny loves it. And he's still got that control. And one of those little bits of bun starts kind of moving around. Exactly like that.
Does it look like the hair monster from from Bugs Bunny? You remember?
Yeah, it's like a tribble hair monster combination thing going on. It's like a, you know, and actually a few of the man buns kind of move towards each other and like start blending in together. And
of course, it's Johnny Legion, so it's like jet black hair with blonde tips.
Yep. It looks
I bet it looks so good.
It's like a bro version of Cousin It from the Addams Family.
Chewbroca.
It's got sharp edges from all the product.
I would like to use a meta point.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna go over, and then I want to use my boy bands and bubblegum to determine what the true purpose of the man bun, sentient man bun is.
What its true purpose is?
Yeah, because I've got boy bands and bubblegum, and if he's got black hair with frosted tips, he's clearly in a boy band.
Okay.
He actually counts because of his celebrity status.
That's fair. The man bun's true purpose is to destroy you all and take over the world.
That's it. But there's no like inner heart. Like,
are they also trying to take over?
Were you here when I heard what came over chat or over the thing?
I don't know.
It's concentrated Johnny hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Are they all? Does the man bun also want to take over my children and the Nosps?
No, it just wants to kill you all.
Us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just us.
Okay.
And actually, I need you to roll initiative because I can't believe I'm saying this. The man bun attacks.
Things you never thought you would say.
Oh. God, that's awful.
Oh, that's terrible.
Y'all are going down.
I have to come up with a haiku against a man bun.
Yes, you do.
17.
What do I want to do?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord. 17 for Bombshell?
Yes.
15 for Hex.
Okay.
Yeah, we suck at rolling today.
What else you got?
11 for me.
Seriously?
What did you roll?
2, 12.
Oh, yeah, add your ACV to it.
Oh, right. Oh, 21.
Okay.
I was like, good God.
Okay.
34.
And 34?
Mm-hmm.
Can I declare that I'm in swarm form?
On your turn, you can. And I got 23.
May I warn my children that impending badness is happening?
Yeah, well, they seem very concerned with something that's going on outside.
Okay.
But yeah, the man bun has prepared to attack. It does get one action first as it initiated this combat. And I think it only makes sense that it does attack Johnny first.
If I die, can I leave?
So the man bun...
Answer the question.
So the man bun flings itself somehow, pogo style, off the ground, directly at Johnny's face, slaps up against it, and starts trying to constrict around his throat.
Oh, it's happening again.
And I made the attack roll, so I need a unarmed defensive check from Johnny Legion.
Do not be afraid, children. It is just a man bun.
17?
You need a 6.
Yeah, that doesn't
That
happen.
doesn't happen? Okay. And it's going to do... Oh, I need to give you your points and stuff.
Our Patreon points?
Yeah, your Patreon points.
Oh, yeah.
I love thems.
Thank you, Patreon.
Yep. So we're going to use the ones, we're actually going to reuse the numbers from last week, and that is deliberate.
All right.
Because we're...
I remember mine from last week.
Cool. Well, if you recall me saying at one point that we're making the change now where we are tweaking the, we're doing the voting on it every time we change casts or realities. And...
So hourly?
Something like that.
Oh! Sick burn.
So that's going to be 10 points of armor and a +4.
For me and for her.
Yep. 20 points of armor and a +3.
Woohoo!
And 10 points of armor and a +4. There you go.
Thank you, Patreon.
Taking it.
If you didn't know about that, chat, that is the people who are Patreon supporters of Zombie Orpheus are able to vote when we change realities or when we change characters, or performers, excuse me, and are able to provide some buffs to help out the team. And the buffs are actually really handy because there's a form of armor, that's some bonus hit points, and also the ability to influence a roll after the fact, which is nice and broken. Yes, so...
We like it.
So
fail the defensive check. So
being strangled by my own hair.
you take... Yeah, you take 60 points of strangling damage.
Because the hair has super strength also.
Yep.
Wow.
As this man-bun starts to try and choke you out. And it can't speak, but if it could, it would be saying all sorts of douchey things.
Such as?
Such as, next up is Kid Titan.
Ah! So, the man-bun, does it grow to of a size? Like, how big is this thing?
Currently, it is about the size of a ferret relative to you guys.
Okay.
Here is a little bit toward the hashtag whole rule because what else would you need to fight a man? Except maybe Brad.
That is so true.
Brad would
Thank
be
you,
quite
Chad.
handy right now.
Brad would help.
Yeah, so I see this ferret-sized man-bun attack Nick.
And there's still shouts of concern from outside.
So I just look and... Nope. I walk towards the commotion.
So you leave. Awesome. So you go outside and you see in the center courtyard a group of the children are engaged in combat with the largest house spider that you have ever seen. Its 8 legs are just clicking around.
You know what? I have been waiting to punch something in the brains all damned day.
You've been waiting to what?
I've been waiting to punch somebody in the brains all damn day. And, yeah.
And it's just coming down
like,
and chomping at them and biting. And
I like this because this way I don't have to fight a ponytail.
Yeah.
I make my way towards the giant spider, fist raised.
Sounds good. It looks like there are several of the children are already down on the ground from this thing plugging away at them.
Oh, then I'll just do the leaping. I'll do a leaping punch. Let's give him the old Superman punch from wherever I'm standing.
Yeah, sure. You can take an attack roll as you go outside.
Let's spend a meta point since there's one left, and I'm using big dice. Okay. So now I can use medium dice.
There is a best of times too, for anyone.
Well, the worst of times is dropping on him now because it's what I rolled earlier. That his second die roll would be the one that got it.
Okay, well that's this one. So I roll 3 and take the 2 worst.
Correct, please.
Which means the 2 highest.
Correct.
So 7 and a 6 and a 1. So I take the 7 and the 6 for 13, which is still enough to make my unarmed strike.
Okay, so you go. How much did you make it by?
I made it by 2.
I make my defensive check by 2, so we are evenly split. So that would mean that you are able to get up and get a nice solid whoosh. However, the thick armor and general buffness of the spider was not something. Make that sound right there. Was not something that you had anticipated as you came running outside and did your leaping attack, and so the spider seems a little bit off-put by this attack, but doesn't seem to have taken much damage.
Okay. But it knows I'm here now.
Oh,
that's
it's very well
important.
that you're here. Next up is going to be the man-bun now, getting its actual turn. It had a surprise attack, as you do when you're a sentient hairball.
I was quite surprised that that would happen.
It will attack you again, Johnny. And if you can give me a defensive check, please. It's going to try and strangle you again.
Nope. No, failed by 10.
Okay, this one was actually a critical hit.
Oh, good.
So that is going to be 90 points of damage.
Okay, I'm dead.
Wrong.
Nope.
Can I please be
Johnny
dead?
Legion.
No, you're not dead. You've got You've got armor.
Oh, so I have to use the armor first?
Yeah.
Okay, so good. Then I have 30 points left.
Yeah, you take 20 off of every shot.
Got it. Oh, okay.
So 50.
20 off of every shot?
Yeah.
Oh, so 40 back. So I would have. So the first one was 60 damage.
60.
So 40.
And you've been hit twice now.
So I
which
have 60 hit points.
And you've been hit twice now, which activates 2 duplicates.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So now there's 3 of you.
That makes perfect sense.
Every time you take
as
a hit,
caught up. There's no need to tell me anything more about this character.
You got it.
You good to go?
Yes. I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Well, that's good because next up is Johnny Legion.
Okay. Johnny Legion is a douchebag, yes?
Yes.
So clearly he has hair product on him.
It's one of your skills, I believe, is douchery.
I was gonna do
So I'm going to make a douchebaggery roll to have my duplicates get out all of the hair product that they're currently carrying, which should be substantial, and to stiffen this thing to the point where it can't bend.
I like it.
I'm making a douchebag check.
Yes.
Douchery check.
Is that a skill you have?
Holy crap. Even on D12s, I beat it by 8.
Yeah, you did.
That's how douchey Johnny Legion is.
But because but it takes you an hour to do your hair, divided by 3 because there's 3 of you working on it, plus your super speed.
The man-bun is so bad. I bet it is a fan of Nickelback #MetaPoint.
Oh, thank you for the meta point.
Thank you, Chad.
But it came at the expense of a Nickelback reference.
So you make this attempt to straighten it out. It will fail its defensive check because it's hair. Seemed valid to me.
I'll allow it.
So thank you, Matt. So you are able to start scraping out some of this product and begin to get it into this thing, which is still trying to throttle you.
Right, I'm not making a torque. I'm trying to peel it off.
Trying to peel it off,
stiffen it.
and you're making some progress.
Just like that. Just with both hands, stiffen it up. Stiffen it up. All 3 of us together working on this giant hairy ship.
Nice work, Johnny.
Thanks, Johnny.
So glad that GIF will exist now.
I forgot that would be a GIF.
It might not. They may have missed it.
Sight gags are one of the worst. I mean, they can be one of the worst mistakes you make on the show sometimes.
That's true.
I can just picture my funeral, and they're like showing the best of my life. And it's like some movies, and then like a GIF of me from Metaverse, like.
What was that again?
No.
That would be awesome.
I'm just gonna sit here with my hands
So
folded.
next up is Bombshell. What are you gonna do, Bombshell?
I hear from my nanowasp in my ears that my children are being slaughtered by a tyrannical spider.
Correct.
And it appears that Johnny's Legion have the hair thing more under control.
It's under wraps.
Well, it's under a little bit of gel control anyway. So does Johnny need any healing?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's very well beaten up.
And I have my one-touch magic healing, right?
So your base level ability that you carried over from Eliana is that you are able to stabilize anyone who drops below 0 hit points back to 0 hit points immediately.
Okay.
In other words, you keep them from dying.
All right.
Well, actually, I should say you knock him back up to 1 hit point. So it's.
But he has more than that.
He does.
All right.
So if you're around, you will be able to keep him from dying, as will his own need to replicate himself.
Okay.
Go replicate yourself.
Then I feel like he has this underhand, and I'm going to go help my children
It makes
because I
sense.
feel badly for
It
them.
makes absolute sense.
And I have taken a skill in poisons,
Yes.
and therefore I know where the poison in this spider is coming from.
Yes, inside it.
But specifically how it gets out. Like the mechanisms by
Yes.
which it leaves the
Little
spider.
things.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to be into swarm form, nano-wasping into the spider's poison ducts, and
Wait, it has poison ducks?
Yes, they
Spider's
shrink as
badass.
ducts.
That's a fucking awesome superpower.
Anyway, I'm gonna fly/swim up into the poison ducts
Poison
and
ducks.
sever them.
So you will be able to move towards it and swarm, but you won't be able to do that attack on the whole one turn.
I have a 500-mile-per-hour flight.
You do. It's still a lot of actions is the problem. It's not about the speed, it's about the actions.
I'm flying up the spider.
Yes, but moving is taking a move action. Swarm form is taking a move action, which you convert from your regular action. Now I'm lacking in other actions for you to do. Although the shade I'm feeling right now is a pretty awesome free action.
He's right.
Keep doing it.
But you're moving in that direction, so that's pretty cool.
That's some good Wrath of God.
Hex Destiny, you are up next.
Okay, well, this man bun is not. Okay, first of all, it looks awful, right? But since I assume that Johnny Legion, also being a douchebag, has Axe body spray on him.
Oh, Lord, yes.
Right? Okay, so I know he has a bottle of it on him. That's
Yes.
also, it's miniature size, right? So I want to cast a spell.
Okay.
Come, Axe body spray, seduce the bun with your smell. Hashtag shipping it.
We are the Tactical Espionage for Destruction and Diversion Initiative. Some of you may know us. We will add to the hashtag cool rule because they're rad. I could have sworn I heard it singing Nickelback.
Awesome.
Their name is Teddy.
Thank you. Yes.
I love it.
The Tactical Espionage for Destruction and Diversion Initiative.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, dear God, is right.
Yes.
Yeah, so basically, I'm casting a spell so that the body spray can seduce the man bun.
The body spray will seduce the man bun?
Yes, with its smell.
So you're going to try and seduce hair with...
Axe body spray.
The Axe body spray.
Could you just explain how that would work?
Yeah,
what's the result that you're looking for?
Because douchebags love douchebags, right? So I'm trying to distract it, right? If it falls in love, maybe it won't want to kill us.
Johnny Legion?
No, with the Axe body spray, and the hair can like wrap around
So
it.
I'm not sure.
Oh.
I'm trying to
It's an
decide how
inanimate
sentient...
object. The Axe body spray is an inanimate object. The Axe body spray seduces the other inanimate object so they can inanimately objectively ship.
Yeah, so it's like when a Kardashian
We really got to
dates.
get them to read the book.
Yes, that will be that will be our Gen Con assignment. We will bring the PDF of the rules book with us and make them read it on the plane. That would be awesome.
The effect doesn't seem tangible.
But you know what?
Okay, no,
Your
it's cool.
reasoning is nebulous.
I'm cool with it.
No, I'll choose to do something else. That's just
Alienator just
fine.
reminded me that it is sentient. The hair is sentient.
Right.
So
But the
with
Axe
your
body
magic,
spray.
and with your magic, if you want to give that Axe body spray can some limited sentience,
Yeah, just so it can seduce.
that sounds
the man bun.
fantastic. So you have some.
I just figure if Aquamarine can seduce literally anything, I can
True.
cast a spell to make something seduce literally anything.
Why not?
The science checks out.
Yeah, I'm sure the 12-year-old understands seduction on about that
She
level.
doesn't. That's why an Axe body spray can is seducing a man bun.
Yeah, no, I get it
like
now.
So do you remove the can from him, or is it just part of the spell?
It's part of the spell. It floats out of the box. Because the first line was "come Axe body spray."
Okay.
Okay, I prefer
I wrote
this
it.
version now.
Actually, let's just use the first line and see how that goes.
So,
been known
did you
to.
make the roll?
I haven't rolled yet, and I'm using one of my rosy buffs.
Awesome. I want to drop the worst of times on you.
Great. I'm using both of my rosy buffs.
Okay.
So I get a +10. I gotta roll 3 times. All right. So it's the worst you said?
Yep.
So 1 and a 4.
1 and a 4. And a 1.
So she has a -5.
Well, that's pretty impressive. Okay. Yeah, so you using tapping into Hex Destiny's magical powers to do whatever the hell she basically wants to, you are able to somehow magically summon this can of Axe body spray out of Johnny Legions pants.
Yeah.
And it starts to shake.
Yeah.
Shimmy.
Well, it says seduce the bun with your smell, so it also gives some
So it needs to-
spritzes.
It's sprayed.
Don't do that. Wash those hands.
With pheromones. When you need your hair to love you as much as you love yourself. Hashtag MetaPoint.
That's a good one. They should use that.
The can does a little like jiggle,
Shimmy,
jiggle,
shimmy?
right? And you hear the little rattle
It does some
inside.
shimmy,
so
Cocoa
it, like,
Puff?
yeah, it gets the attention of the bun because you get to like click, click, click,
Yeah.
and then it psh, psh, sprays, and the man, in my head, it goes over, and the man bun's like, what? and then the man bun goes over, and then they it wraps around it. They have a weird man bun Axe body spray makeout section.
Considering how her power works, it's like she put that one of the forbidden Harry Potter curses on both of these inanimate objects.
Yeah. So here's what happens. You do exactly that. The can it comes out, shakes a little bit, top pops off. I don't know. Do they have tops? I've never actually seen one of these things. And it does the little shimmy spray thing, and the man bun is just kind of like
Oh yeah, it's a douchey
and so
bun.
it's distracted right now.
That's great.
Damn it, the man-bun doesn't like to be seduced.
Oh no.
He's the one who seduces. He tries a new seduction attack on the party. Love the bun. Love the bun. Hashtag hack attack.
Done. Nick logs out.
Gentlemen, can you fix that, please?
So are we affected, the ones that I
didn't even see what the heck just happened. I missed the.
Oh, okay. I think I'm about to make out with a man bun.
The words did not pop up. AK, can you send it to me?
Oh my god.
I don't have the words at all in chat.
Sorry, I broke the set.
It's okay.
I broke the game.
Do you know there's Ken dolls now that have man buns?
Yeah, I have no idea what it said, and so I need the text
I'm pretty sure
somewhere.
it tried to
It
seduce
just said
us.
that we are seduced by the man bun.
So was it a full?
It was a full hack
full
attack.
hack
hack
attack.
attack. Oh, and the other hack attack went away because it was the man bun.
Damn.
But if someone could whisper that to Chris or pop it up again.
Oh no, AK says the problem is the website is breaking. So that's okay. I got the basic gist of it, and it was a full hack attack. I don't know who did this, but
wow.
What happened?
We're being seduced by the man bun.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that.
There.
We'll get,
I know, we're
get
outside.
It's true. You guys are outside.
I'm there
seduce at
3
12.
times.
Question, because I have not hit puberty, am I unaffected?
What are your skills?
Color coordination.
No, I'm waiting for something.
Boy bands and bubblegum, occult, power, and skateboarding.
Why boy bands?
Look, I don't want
Is
to.
it because of their musical expertise? Is that your interest in them?
I just.
You miss the soothing harmonies of New Kids on the Block?
That's more of a step that I'm willing to take.
You
right
just
now.
simulated seduction with 2 inanimate
have to be a
objects
gross
based on what
seduction.
you'd seen from a cult leader.
You know she's doing this in her bedroom. I love you, ex-body spray. No, I love you.
It doesn't have to be,
The
it doesn't have to be a
seduction
gross
of the man bun
seduction.
doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It would just be specific to you. So
Yeah.
maybe it will serenade you like a boy band.
Exactly.
You're totally legit. I was
Yeah.
just trying to get out of it.
No, I appreciate your effort. A for effort.
If you stall
F
for
for
another
execution.
hour and 50 minutes, we get out of it.
Okay, so we'll drop that in just a second. So the man bun is temporarily distracted though by your action.
Yeah.
And so Nick, you're gonna start getting. You will get 2 rolls now, 2 attempts, a reroll basically on your attempts to break free.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. So that was a very helpful action there, Hex.
Thank you.
Because now he's less likely to be throttled to death by a sentient man
Just
bun.
trying to help the Johnny. He's
You
kinda
succeeded. Crash, you are up.
All right, am I by that spider?
Cute. Yeah, you hit.
Yes, you are.
I'm gonna punch it.
You can punch it. It's the size of a bank. You can punch it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is right in my wheelhouse. Punching stuff.
Yep. Oh,
Hey,
it was. Damn it! The man bun doesn't like to be seduced. He's the one who seduces. He tries a new seduction attack on the party. Love the bun. Love the bun. That last one was in all caps. Hashtag hack attack.
Aha. So
I'm about to be loving that bun.
Gross.
So yeah, since I can't alter reality or suck the water out of things or
You
make
can punch
duplicates of
things.
myself, I can punch the ass off of just about anything.
Punch that spider.
And which part is the rear
So-
of the spider?
The abdomen.
It's in the back.
The spinneret would be the ass.
Maybe.
Yeah, sure. So
Here's a question.
where are you
With 8
punching?
legs, how many asses does a spider actually have?
I'm gonna use my +4 so I beat it by 10.
Okay. Where are you punching it?
Probably in the face. Like right down, like jump up and like right down on top of where its head would be had it a head.
But because if we went by the human standard, then there would be an ass between each pair of legs.
Well, I don't think it works that way. I don't.
But
know
if it would, how many asses would we be talking?
4.
I'm not literally going to punch its ass off.
That's what you said.
It has multiple asses, though.
You did this. Look what you did.
All right, fine.
I want you to look at what you did.
How many asses would you like to punch off?
I'm just going to punch off its ass.
Okay, so how much did you beat it by?
By 10 with my bonus.
That's a lot of asses.
I will make a defense by bit. So you do still hit it, though, very solidly. How many points of damage would that normally be?
Assuming I didn't take any, only about, let's see, hold on. It would be 60, so 70, 80, 90, 100.
100 points of damage? Okay, so with the defensive check, it's going to take half damage.
Okay.
But that's still a nice solid hit.
Heck yes.
Half-assed.
And yeah, you pop that spider in its fleshy face, and it kind of goes like this, and all 6 eyes go shung, 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 shung. And now it's really focused on you. The cool thing is you have distracted it from bothering any more of the children.
Good. That's all I really care about.
And they're backing away from this thing.
Thank you for saving my children. I continue to encourage my children to
The
step away.
man-bun act. The hack attack goes off.
Yeah, I'm ready for this. I know what I'm gonna do. All right.
So actually, if I'm looking at the hack attack the way it's written,
it gets a seduction attack against the whole party.
He tries a new seduction attack on the party. He tries a new seduction attack on the party. So it is not an automatic success.
Right.
So I need
Not only that, but it has no skill in seduction.
Yes. I'm well aware that
the only one of us that can really seduce anything at all in real life is Aquamarine.
This is functionally the character sheet that I'm using for the man-bun right now.
Oh, it looks really good.
It's impeccable. It's gorgeous. It's pristine. But no, it does get to make an attack or an attempt. So what we will do is, oh, that's what we'll do. Hey, Nick.
Yes?
Can you please roll, what are you on right now? You're in the middle?
Can I use 2 meta points?
Absolutely.
Much as I hate to do it.
Oh, no.
Okay, you're out of points. You're full douchebag.
Full douchebag.
So in that case, give me a roll. Just a 2d8. I'm going to roll 2, and we'll see who rolls, whoever rolls lowest wins.
It's got to be Johnny. Douchebags lie, right?
What did you get?
I rolled in 1.
What did you get?
I rolled a 1. He rolled a 10.
Nolan, can you look at this for a second? What did I get?
I think it's better.
That's a 9. So Johnny is very interested in his man bun right now.
God, my hair looks good.
Yes. Yeah. It's still trying to throttle you, but you're very, very aware.
What about the other 2 Johnnies?
Oh, damn, man.
Hold on, it's just trying a seduction attack, right?
Oh, that's true. So it can't.
So that's its attack.
Maybe it's into that.
Finish that hashtag cool rule.
Little choky.
Thank you.
Oh, cool rule.
So yeah. So the other 2 Johnnies. So give me another roll, please. Oh, this one was bad.
Oh. 12.
That's what I got. Let's re-roll.
10.
I got another 12. So the other Johnny is not seduced. 3rd Johnny. I need a roll, please. Ooh, well played. I got a 7. So the other 2 clones are not seduced. Hex.
Yeah.
I need please roll 2d8. And let's see who rolls lower.
I rolled a 6.
So Hex really thinks the man bun looks hot in her own 12-year-oldish way. So,
Oh, you know, I have a plan.
Actually, you look really good.
so Hex is quite jealous of the relationship between Johnny and his man bun.
Also,
so,
she kind of has a thing for Johnny. She's very confused right now.
It's true. It's a difficult time in a young witch's life.
It is.
You ain't confused, baby.
So
I'm a little confused.
to make my life easier, I'm gonna have the spider attack at the same time the man bun does.
Sure.
Those sentences that only our show ever gets to say. And I appreciate that about Metaverse. That every week I get to say something that's never been said by human beings before. It's kind of special, really. You know, the orcs attack. People have said that before. But
Nickelback dies every 5 minutes.
Never been said before.
That's pretty much a Metaverse thing.
it's so much fun. So the spider
Will attack me?
will attack you because you're the only target that matters because you so rudely popped it in the face. It will barely make this attack roll.
I relent.
Okay. So it makes a bite attack.
Desist, brute.
If it hits you then, that would be 100 points of damage.
Ouch!
And you now take a 3-point penalty to your rolls.
That's how that would work.
As some of its poison injects into you and you feel a little bit numbed. So,
but I took the 50, so it was 100 total?
Yes.
And I will put those...
You're going to convert that all into messing up its day in a little bit, right?
Oh, yeah. No, that's...
Yeah, I know how you work.
I'm going to make that -3 not matter.
I know how you work. Johnny Legion, you are up. You are being seduced by your own man-bun. And you're really
What
into
other man-bun could seduce Johnny Legion?
It's true. You're really into it, too. So, what you going to do, Johnny? Hex is showing signs of interest in your man-bun, too.
There's more than enough Johnny to go around.
I don't know what that means, but I like it.
Let's pry off the man-bun, for one. Break it now. I think the gel's probably made it stiff enough for me to just crack it right in half.
Well, you want it to be... This man-bun means a lot to you.
Oh, right.
You don't want to hurt this man-bun. If anything, you might want to take it home to your parents.
I'm so glad I'm wearing sunglasses right now. Can't see the tears. How much notice am I being paid by the rest of the group or the worshippers or whatnot?
Everyone's focused. I mean, they've all gone outside to the spider.
I'm focused on you.
Hex is very into
the man-bun.
Hashtag best of times hashtag crash.
Aww.
Thank you, Jeff.
You've been
Thank
forgiven.
you.
You guys are very sweet.
All right, man-bun, let's see if we can find a little quiet place to get away.
Okay, then.
Trying to beat it at its own game. I like that.
Oh, yeah, no one out seduces Johnny. Whatever.
The man-bun is
Legion.
very into you as well. And leans into it. I don't even know what the hell that means in this situation.
Leans into
I'll
it.
tell you what. I know how to. Okay. Have the other two Johnnies take their shirts off and have an ab flexing contest.
Just because.
Oh, yeah. Well, I want to get the man
because
bun.
they're part of you and they're jealous.
Exactly. I enjoy it. I want to get the man bun there.
Okay.
I'm more confused.
No, you're not.
You and me both, sister. So that means next up is Bombshell.
Oh, thank God.
You're not in the room. It's okay.
Oh, I
You're in
know.
a safe space. You just have a giant friggin' spider to deal with.
I am attacking its poison centers, obviously.
That's right. Is what you wanted to do.
Yes, I would like to fly up in wasp form and disconnect its poison sacs from the poison-making part of the spider.
So you're trying to cut off its sack?
Yes.
Sweet.
Awesome. Give me
That shouldn't be that funny.
an anatomy check.
Okay.
Actually, I want a biology check.
Okay.
Because this is not human anatomy.
Spider nads, spider nads. Where'd you go to, a spider nad?
I beat it by 6.
Okay. So yeah, you start
Slowly massaging.
Keep going. This is getting me there.
Yes, you are already in swarm form, and you
Envelop the
you
sac.
recognize that the where the spider's poison sacs are in its being, and you somehow.
I intend on chopping through the tube.
Yeah, you go straight up.
It's like she's
fang, 'cause there's
performing a
little,
vasectomy with herself as the scalpel.
It's what she just did. Yeah, you just went.
Chopping the tube, and then I'm going to cauterize the ends.
You
so
can
no
sit
more
down.
gets out.
Too soon.
Okay then, and you what did you get on your roll?
I got a 9. And I needed a 15.
So you need a 15? So you are able to cut off one of its poison sacs to one of its fangs.
But I could go on my next turn to
you
the
can
next
try and
one.
get the other one. I don't know if they have 2 poison sacs. I'll confess I've never researched that, nor did I expect this
We should
form
roll
of
for
attack. They've got 2.
If there's one thing the show's concerned with, it's accuracy.
Says King Teddy.
Hex Destiny, you are up.
Okay, well, I have been thoroughly. This man bun is very hot, and then now there are 2 shirtless Johnny Legions flexing their abs, who I was already attracted to. So Hex Destiny starts in the air with her finger to write like Hex Bun, Hex Legion, just to like try it out, right? Just to see what it looks like.
Is it magically sparkling?
Oh yeah, yeah. Now, but see what happens when she does this is that Harvey and the sword are aware.
Super jealous.
And as her protectors, know that this is not okay.
Harvey and the sword.
She's like a.
Yeah.
You know what?
It was a
Never mind.
It was a.
I'm not. I don't care. I don't. Never mind.
So the sword immediately gets. The sword can move by itself, yes, or does Harvey have to wield it?
Sure.
It can fly, so
It can fly.
sure, it can go by
Harvey,
itself.
well, Harvey's going to take the sword,
Okay.
so that there's no question about how this is
like
working. And he is going to
None.
chop.
No questions about how this
He's going to start chopping up man-bun with the sword.
I like this.
I like this too. Not only do I like that, but you'd think that the hair would have a special weakness to sharp objects.
True.
So
Oh no,
Harvey's,
scissors, my only weakness.
so Harvey's going to start,
Hair,
just
paper,
chopping at it, and he's going to stand in front of me in hopes that maybe if I'm not looking at it, I'll like.
Wait,
Scissors in high
scissors
humidity.
beats paper and hair.
Okay, no, that makes sense. So, on your attack roll then.
Do you want a Harvey roll or a sword roll?
Yeah, I mean, Harvey doesn't, he's not proficient with the sword.
No, but he can take it and go whack,
Yeah, he
whack.
can.
Is the hair currently a target?
Yes.
It's a viable target. Sure.
Nice. How many hit points does it have?
You're not even in the room.
It's a target. That's what the thing says.
For what?
His.
Crash basic. I'm immediately aware of a target's current hit points.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't even want to have to fudge a number because I don't think it's going to die to hit point damage.
No, it's
So-
good. Right.
I'll fudge a number in a second. What were you doing?
Harvey,
sword. Harvey,
Harvey's
yes.
just hacking
So
at
I need
it.
sword. I need Harvey to take a roll with his sword, yeah.
Okay, well, so you want 2 then? Okay,
Well-
that was a 5.
No, what I need is, so Harvey does not have... Ooh.
I mean, Harvey is smart enough to know how to pick up a sharp object. and
Yeah, I
go-
know. It's also still wrapped around Johnny. This is not as easy as just like...
You could do soul damage to
There's
it.
a very realistic chance that this is going to hurt Johnny.
Oh,
which
yeah,
is
well,
why.
first I rolled a 5.
Okay. Yeah, sure, we'll give Harvey both your attacks. Why not?
Well, I can
Okay.
do 1 for the sword and 1 for Harvey.
Just give me the other roll.
Okay.
That'll be...
That would be an 8.
Okay, yeah, that was Harvey has been practicing with that sword apparently when you weren't paying attention, and yeah, he is able to stab into that man bun twice.
Now, does the man bun have a soul?
Didn't I mean it does? If it did, it's gone.
Good.
You know, it's not going to be that. Based on my understanding of objects in the Tri-Stat system, there's no way it has enough soul to survive 2 hits from that sword. So yeah, the man bun is now functionally soulless,
Great.
He's like an.
which is sad. What?
Oh, he was like. We were talking about Johnny and like his
gotcha.
particular style of combat. I'm like, he's like an evil tag team.
He is. He really is. So Hex has just stabbed the sword. Excuse me. Harvey has just taken Hex's sword.
I'm just
which
writing my
no
name.
one else can see Harvey. So what really happened is Hex's sword, which is just kind of floating and hanging out, just randomly was, snapped to attention, and then very precisely went on this man bun that was wrapped around you. And I'm sorry, your paramour crumples to the ground.
So, to recap,
Please do.
the 12-year-old haiku almonser
Yes.
just produced a soul-stealing sword that chopped the man bun off of my neck.
Yes.
And that's not the strangest thing that's happened in the last 20 minutes.
No, not even close.
But if you want to hold hands as we walk to the big spider, that would be okay.
Meanwhile,
At the big spider.
high above you,
Oh, not at the big spider.
in a world that seems surprisingly far in the past, a man in a white hazmat suit barks orders at his emergency response cleanup crew. Thin, with an arrogant, slightly neurotic look about him, he chews incessantly on a piece of gum he'd only recently placed in his mouth.
Never thought it'd be rooting for a spider vasectomy #unique buff.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you, Chat.
Spider vasectomy is an awesome
He chews
band
incessantly
name.
on a piece of gum he'd only recently placed in his mouth, a minor ward against the anxieties that generally racked his slight form.
Aww.
His nose and ears are plugged. Deterrence against the onslaught of smells and sounds common to his line of work.
I'm so happy we're using this.
Yeah, I'm totally borrowing this from Paximo's
Yeah,
thing.
this is a good story.
Stealing, whatever.
She'll like it, I think. He points at a nearby section of carpeting and barks an order to a muscular woman nearby. My superior senses tell me there are important clues in that area. See to it that it's fully checked for fibers. It is imperative that, and he steps forward mid-speech, only to trip over a section of ceiling tile that had been earlier ignored. Stumbling, he accidentally swallows his gum, but only part way.
Oh.
He begins to gag and choke,
Oh, just leave him.
sending a shudder,
Yeah,
excuse me, gag and choke, struggling to free the blockage. Before a nearby young man momentarily closes his eyes, sending a shudder of psychic energy into the choking man's chest. A touchless Heimlich, if you
I
will.
was really hoping Abigail would just, like, clock his chest in.
The gum launches out from his mouth, and his coworkers collectively gasp as it arcs slowly through the air,
Oh.
Oh, no.
landing
Oh, no.
with a soft splat
Oh, you son of a...
in the section of flooring that he had just indicated. Meanwhile, down on the floor, those of you who are outside look to the sky,
That's those two.
whereupon you see what can only be described as a fluffy, pink meteorite hurtling in your direction.
Well, that is interesting.
Crash, it's your turn.
Hurtling in our direction, like, is it coming
Dead
straight
center.
down, or is it kind of...
It's on an arc,
Nice.
coming straight towards the compound.
All right, how hurt is the spider?
Not very. I mean, it's weakened with I mean, you've neutered half of its poison. It took some damage when you punched it, but I mean, it's still up and spidery.
Nice. All right,
I can do that longer if you need.
we doing anything special this round as far as...
Are we rule of cooling at all, Spider-Man?
One more time.
Looks like Popeye having a stroke.
Thank you. I have been working out.
Your forearms are massive.
Please no more O-face.
So the
The porn tube workout.
yeah, let's do a roll of cool. That sounds great.
Okay, rule of cool.
Yep.
Where are we starting?
Let's roll a die and find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hex.
Okay, great. So, since I'm far away and I can't, I assume we can see the spider, or we know the spider is there. We're aware of what's happening.
If you are outside, everyone sees this thing coming because
Right.
it is a death meteorite flying in your direction.
Oh, the meteor. I meant I know the spider's there.
Yeah, if you're inside, you don't know what's going on outside.
All right. So what I would
We would tell her over the...
Can I come outside because that's where everyone else is and the man-bun's done?
If you want to quickly say, spider, giant pink comet.
Spider giant pink comet!
Great. So, hearing those
Apparently now it's
words,
a comet. I just made that.
hearing those words, I'm going to cast a spell in which all of the spider's legs detach from its body, shoot up into the sky towards the bubblegum comet, and try to send it in a different direction.
Change the
Interesting.
trajectory.
Interesting. I like that.
Thanks.
Cool. Does anyone want to go next?
I will. I already knew what I was going to do.
Okay.
So I put my my absorbed kinetic energy into making myself faster.
Okay.
All praise the great Odie for the gifts he gives with great heart and generosity. And I'm not even sorry, well, maybe just a little. Hashtag meltdown.
Thank you.
Nice. All right, so my plan is such. I'm going to leap away from the spider in the air, right? At a very fast trajectory going the other way.
Okay.
I'm going to grab a hold of this giant blob of gum with one of my hands, and I'm going to throw it down towards the spider while still holding onto it, hopefully making a stretchy gum rope of some kind.
Okay.
To grab the spider when it hits and squishes it, so I can fling it the other direction from whence it came. I'm using my extra attack and super speed to get the necessary.
That's awesome.
Push. Yeah,
I like it.
But yeah, so run up, grab the gum as it's flying down, and then. Shot, put it.
And it wants to go that way, so really all you've got to do is start yanking it back off.
Yeah, and I just hold on to it and hit that spider and grab the spider and fling it back at whoever's mouth that gum came from.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. Somebody's about to get a mouthful of bug.
Yep. Who'd like to go next?
I could go. Okay, as I am currently inside the spider and have biological knowledge of this spider and its inner workings and mechanisms.
You guys just met too. That's
I would like.
You know it inside and out.
I would like to take control of its web making mechanism and make a web that catches the. It was similar to his idea, but catches the pink meteorite in a safety net that protects the village of my children. So I'm going to web like a la Spider-Man, and web catches gum before gum hits the village.
Oh, I like it. Okay. Yeah,
But if web touches little men and my thing ends up working, would I also throw the village? Okay. Never mind.
See what happens.
just wondering.
Johnny.
How big is the meteor?
It's the size of a piece of chewing gum.
Compared to the size of a spider. Compared to the size of a flea.
It's what, gargantuan? Is that the one above?
It'd be a gargantuan. It would be
it's like 100 times bigger than a flea.
It is.
All right.
And we're the size of flea legs.
Here's what
This
Johnny.
isn't the size of a house. This is like the size of a McMansion.
Okay.
Or actually a couple of McMansions put together.
Here's what Johnny Legion does. Sees it coming, first thing he does, knuckle this way, knuckle that way, creating 2 more Johnny Legions, the max of 5, and we fly up to the meteor in a 5-star pattern, each grabbing one edge, and pull it so that we can parachute it down over the spider, and then seal it to the rug, creating its own bubble. After which we flex and dab.
They're gonna eat all of us on accident.
Flex and dab.
Oh, I love it. All right, those are the choices.
Oh, man. Okay, so let's get the recap again, starting here and going. Well, yeah, I'm assuming that's how they're going to do it. So, starting with Nick.
Johnny 5, parachute to seal the spider in a dome of gum.
Johnny 5.
Number
Johnny 5's alive. Yeah.
I'm going for the gummapult.
Gummapult?
Yep, smashing spider, throwing spider whence it came using gum. And anything else attached to gum, unfortunately.
Like it?
Remove legs from spider, shoot at gum to alter its course.
Use the webbing of the spider to create a net to save the civilization.
If only I knew how to milk a spider. Now I do. Just like what?
It is a really handy ability to do.
Yeah.
Like, what do I need? I need spider webbing.
Is that a skill you can really get from the internet?
I'm willing to bet there's a website.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
There is. It's just you're going to have to sit through a lot of really weird porn.
What was last week? Fun with horses?
Fun with horses.
Yes. Safe search can't protect my memories or erase my memories.
Yes, safe search
That's
can't
true.
erase my
That's real
song.
life.
Oh, yeah, that was man.
That's still one of my favorite waffles we've ever done.
Hey. So they are working their way through right now. If you don't know what's going on, chat, one of the things that can happen in this show is what we call the rule of cool, which I'm sure you've heard of in your gaming group before. And it really does mean here that we give everyone an opportunity to say what they want to do on their turn. Then chat votes. Winner gets to succeed with a critical success. And the other folks, the ones who didn't win the vote, all have to still do the action they declared, but with a 5-point penalty. And I fixed that in the store.
Yeah.
That's 5 now.
5-point penalty.
Yep.
It's 5 now. It's
But 2 of you have buffs.
Honestly, the 3 never really stopped anyone, so.
No. 5 has. I think 3 stopped.
Poor AK.
What happened? Oh, I see.
I'm so sorry. He's got to roll it again because the poll didn't. YoJimbot did the thing, did all the voting, and then he closed it, and then it said there is no poll.
Oh,
so
no.
all the votes just went off into the ether.
Vote again!
So we'll see. Oh, wait, no, he might have just gotten the results. Here we go. Right. Oh, wow, that was tight.
Oh, they were very good.
Wow, it's really tight. I think we've had that type before. Nick, congratulations.
Johnny Legion.
By 1 point.
Wow.
Who's Nick?
It took chat to make Johnny Legion do something cool. That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
Well done, Chad. Well done.
Very good job, Chad. That was cool.
So first up is going to be Crash.
Yeah, I'm still trying what I'm trying, and I've jacked myself up enough where I don't think that minus is gonna matter. Oh, also, I am currently immune to poison.
Okay. Oh, because you can, yeah. I can't wait to be out of the superhero setting again.
I only do one thing, and that's live.
That's true. That's true. You're like the inverse of Lady Vale.
Basically, except she can do cool stuff.
Yes, but she doesn't live. That's the...
When your power is dying, there's no need to live.
It's true.
It's true.
I see why you did that to the Bard now in the movie. It's really fun when you have a character who can just die over and over and over again.
In it?
It really is. It's very cathartic. It's like, oh, I killed another one. Doesn't matter. Killed her again.
Go ahead, I can do this all day.
So since 9, I beat my regular one by 5.
I believe that's an actual line.
So I would have beat it by 5, exactly.
That you wrote.
Yeah, okay, so I quoted myself.
Yes.
Shut up.
With the minus 5, I still beat it by 5.
Nice. So your action was again to...
Slingshot.
I'm going with
That's
the slingshot.
right.
I'm also holding my action until everyone else is gone.
Yep. So next up after you is a spider. You're still outside.
I'm in the spider.
I know. It can't see you, so it's...
And I haven't jumped yet, so take a bite, bro.
Yeah, you would be the most natural target for it still, because it's a spider.
I promise I'm taking damage.
Snack attack.
It's so useful. You make a great meat shield, I gotta say. If you want to make a defensive check, go for it.
I've kind of dedicated myself to this multiple action thing.
Did you take the 3-point penalty as well from being poisoned earlier?
Yes.
So even with that, you still beat it by 5?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. So it made its attack. Do you want to make a defensive check?
I'll roll it, but I don't imagine that it's going to do much good with my awesome defenses. No. No, I rolled 12.
Okay, so it will bite you again for 100 points of damage.
Ouch.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll take now another 3-point penalty, so that's 6 points.
That time it didn't get through my armor, luckily.
Yep. Yeah, so put a 3 on top of a 3, and that would be it for its... Oh, it gets a second attack.
Is it poison damage?
You are immune to poison damage.
I am this round, anyway.
Yes.
So it's just a 3, not a 6.
But it will try to attack you again.
I hope so. I love getting hit.
Okay, so... I'm thinking about what it would do right now. So just so you can hear my internal monologue externally. This is not intended to anything to anyone. It's just thinking through, what would it do? It's bitten you a couple times. It's not that smart. After it bites a creature, what does it do next? And the fact that you haven't won... The only reason is, if you'd won the hack attack, I would absolutely be afraid of this. But I think this makes sense of what it would try to do next. It's going to try and wrap you up.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What it makes sense. In its brain, it's bit you twice.
Therefore, you
Little does it know that it's being milked by a robot right now.
Exactly.
We've been trying to wrap this up for weeks.
So it does start to use its spinnerets to try and, wrap around you and such.
Giant spider and the spinner.
You were going for poison and not the webbing.
I was. I will be moving towards the webbing.
For the hack, for the cool, it was webbing.
That's right. Okay, so we're going to leave that where it is, because we're putting everything together, and this will be fun.
That's why I'm holding action, see?
Yeah, so the next step is Johnny.
All right. Fly up to the meteorite with all 5 of me, which is enough. Maybe. Grab on, stretch it out, parachute it down, land, turn, flex, vape. Johnny Legion.
Where's the dabbing?
Oh, right. I don't actually know what that is.
You go up, it's like you look like you're sneezing, and then your other arm goes out.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh shit, we just got like 10 kinds of hip in this room.
What? What just happened?
The vaping, the dabbing, the whole combination. I'm good.
Yeah?
Okay, so that is going on. Bombshell. Your action again?
I'm leaving behind the poison
Right,
center
because you went to
sacks,
the webbing sack.
And
Every time
I'm
you
going,
say poison center, I think the CDC.
and I'm going toward where I know, because of my biology skill,
Right.
the webbing center
Okay,
is, and I am taking over the
Yes.
webbing center
And
because
you're forcing
I have.
it to just spray webbing.
I am creating a net out of
That is
webbing
right.
to save
That is
my
right.
children.
Okay. Give me a roll. Give me a roll.
But
for
has he
5-point penalty.
successfully gotten?
I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'm good.
I'm gonna use
I gotta figure out how all of your things resolve, so I can figure out how they all fit together.
Gotcha.
I'm moving over.
So I don't like to take away anyone's successful, thing. If we can put it all together, then
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
I beat it by 3.
by 3. Okay. You
I've been
can't.
rolling
I was about to roll a defensive check. You can't really do that for
Nope.
internals. Yes, go right ahead.
All right, that is a 6.
And yours was again.
I'm taking its legs off. And
Shooting them
and
at
shooting
the
them
bubble
at the
gum.
thing. I need a haiku for this, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
God bless it.
Blessed is not enough for a haiku.
So what are you doing?
I gotta write a stupid
He's
haiku.
ripping
I
his legs
forgot.
off, flinging them up at the.
The past couple weeks,
Gum?
I got used to just like saying things and having them happen without having to write.
She's trying to change the
haikus.
trajectory of the bubblegum by throwing it off with the weight of the legs of the spider and the
So
forcefulness.
you
with
made the
which-
roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you're going to come up with a haiku. I
Yeah.
still want to hear it, and I know chat wants to hear it.
Oh, it's
but
not going to be great.
we're going to put all this stuff together then. So you each succeeded on your individual attacks. So, in almost perfect synchronicity, without even intending to, Bombshell works her way down to the spinneret function of the spider and
Got it.
starts
Hi-ho, hi-ho.
I hate the job
blasting
you
out
do.
a collection of webbing and such to create a protective barrier around the compound
village. The
of the
compound.
village. Yes.
So lose your legs right now. Go to the gross bubblegum # shipping it.
Don't write that one. Axe, please.
As you
Not
do
that
this, you feel a shudder.
Make it quick.
You feel a shudder as the spider's legs all pop off and its torso, its abdomen, and head fall to the ground. Oh wait, spiders, they have 3 or 2.
What?
I was a social
Pieces?
science major.
I think they have like a head, a mini abdomen,
mini
and then a
thorax.
Feels like they
big.
got a thorax and
booty.
Someone in chat will correct me in just a minute.
Nice.
So
Thorax.
regardless, though, the bulk of the spider comes crashing down to the ground, and so you feel this thud. As a result, the legs launching straight up in perfect javelin-like stinger missile form.
Wrapping me up.
Yes.
I'm helping you get up there.
So that's how I got up there.
Actually, that's true. Let's do a 50-50.
I love it.
Yes. So Crash had been getting wrapped up by these legs, which suddenly have detached themselves from the body. They launch straight up in lightning fast form with Crash at the head, leaning into it to the best of his ability.
Yeah.
Because why the hell not? Crash reaches this gumball this wad of gum as it is plummeting down towards the.
And being stretched out.
#System shock.
Oh, thank you.
Right, system shock. Okay, thank you, Chad.
Meltdown.
The legs spear into the gum in interesting and fun angles, slightly changing its trajectory and such. Meanwhile, Crash, you do this awesome roll over the gum that somehow doesn't stick to you because you're made of...
Covered in spider web.
There you go. Thanks for giving me an out on that, buddy. You do grab a handful of it from the back and start arresting its momentum as it's going down towards... additionally, it runs into some of the webbing that has been constructed.
This was the gif you just made, by the way. Just letting you know
Grab
that
it from
happened.
behind.
Sorry, you said grab a handful of it from the back, and I went somewhere completely different.
I did not, as I am innocent and pure.
She went to Saturday, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's 8.
And remind me again, the winning one was the...
Parachute.
Legion, parachute out of bubblegum.
Bubblegum,
Right.
parachute,
So as
flex,
you start
dab,
pulling
vape.
back on it,
Bubblegum.
as you start pulling back on it,
Dab vape. Bubblegum, parachute, flex, dab, vape.
It's the order of operation.
We're okay.
bonus
That's a
waffle.
floor for me. That's a floor.
The
I'm so glad I can't see right now.
Breathe.
The wad of gum goes flying off into a parachute type of situation. Its momentum is completely 100% stalled as it slowly sifts its way down, and the remaining amount of gum lands over the spider corpse, wrapping it up into a neat gummy ball.
Can I leave?
And then
the
at the last moment, it goes flinging back up into the sky.
Is she in the spider?
Get over here!
Yes.
Oh crap!
You're about to get eaten.
Bubblegum parachute.
Give me a mind roll.
Okay.
It
Remember,
demands
you
to be
can't
a
reroll if you're
dance.
not on any
It's
of
gonna
your...
be a shirt.
I have
It's
it.
like bubblegum
10.
parachute.
Okay.
And my mind is a 10.
You make it. You were just smart enough to realize something is amiss, and so you eject yourself from
I
the
could
spider.
barrel, like, tunnel a little hole real fast and...
Yes.
Okay.
Wrote it down.
So just as the massive gum and spider comes flying back up, Bombshell bursts out of it like like a person from a cake, basically.
Kind of the way I exploded out of the flea.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she does, for some reason, immediately put her arms like this as she bursts
I'm
out.
assuming my children are very
In
impressed.
swarmy, forming awesomeness, and lands in the middle of the room that you had just been in. And
As the gum flies
gum
off
goes flying
into the
back up.
stratosphere.
Meanwhile, back in the land of full-sized people, the cleanup crew was preparing for the rest of their actions. The leader of the group had been choking earlier. I think his name was Harold, if I remember correctly. Wasn't it Harold?
I don't remember. I just remembered actively disliking him.
He's a douchebag. If I'm wrong, I apologize. He is about to start barking more orders at the rest of the crew when the wad of gum comes flying back up out of nowhere and perfectly back down his throat.
It's crunchy this time, though.
It is crunchy, and he starts choking all over again. Which then spits it back out into the middle of your room. I'm kidding. We just do this over and over again.
Does he need a Titan Punch Heimlich?
Actually, as soon as it goes in the second time, he starts choking.
Titan Punch Heimlich flex.
Abigail, annoyed at the situation, just walks over and punches him.
And it comes right out.
It does come out. It also slightly fractures his chest.
Good. He deserved
So he
it.
has to go off and receive medical care. And there's no investigation because no one likes him and says they didn't see anything. We'll just wrap that one up.
I love it.
There. Then the cleanup crew goes back to what they were doing. Back down in the land of the miniatures.
Flex stab, babe.
What was the whole routine again?
Bubblegum parachute flex dab vape. Bubblegum parachute flex dab vape.
Oh, now we have actions for it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's an action for each.
Can we see those?
I'm still blind, so no.
Like this.
I'll point this
Bubblegum
out.
parachute flex dab vape.
Thank you. If you
Vape is like this.
Vape.
How is it again?
Damn it.
That looks like
not a
something
vape.
else entirely.
I'm just saying, if you don't do it, chat's gonna make you. So you can either do it on your own volition or
All
before.
right, everyone. Photoshop. There. Are you happy now?
So, back in the land of miniatures, the children of the
funny.
Silver God are quite happy.
Shut up, melted rainbow bright.
That you guys have saved them from
Sherbert
this.
puddle on the floor.
Save them from this impending meteorite of doom that was going to destroy the entire village, as well as this large, fearsome spider.
Children, you are safe.
And they all shout, huzzah! And thank you, and shower
So now they owe us. How do we get bigger? Find out.
They don't know.
Is there like a drop of water I can bathe in? I'm covered in spider guts and webbing and
I could
gum.
clean you.
You're welcome.
I could clean you up.
Yeah, actually, Johnny is very beaten up. For the record.
I could heal him.
I could heal him too.
Need a little hands-on treatment, babe.
You get nano wasps.
12.
I was talking to Bombshell.
Oh, okay.
I will split into my swarm form and heal him bit by bit with my medical knowledge.
Quick tip for Hex, I think at this point Christian and Matt count as a boy band. Hashtag MetaPoint.
Everything just got so much better.
What's our
Chad.
What's our band name then?
Just for you.
That's
I
terrible.
love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you are just for me.
We are just, and there's also not 4 of us, so it makes no sense.
But there
Girl,
could
we don't
be.
know if that's a singular you or a plural.
Girl, it doesn't matter.
We're just for you. Or y'all, or you guys, depending on the region.
Bubblegum, parachute, flex, dab, vape.
I just.
Yep, that
Bombshell is
happened.
very confused.
I got nothing. So yes, you've saved the village of the children of the Silver God from impending destruction on multiple levels. They're very thankful and such. They have no idea why you've shrunk down to this size. They're very happy though, because they've gotten to meet the Silver God herself and her lesser gods.
Pantheon?
Pantheon, sure.
Well, if they can't help us, then let's go.
We need
Doesn't
to
it
help
sound
them.
like something that Johnny Appleseed lost all the time?
I can't tell with my Pantheon.
With my Pantheon.
Pantheon. Have you seen my Pantheon?
I really hope Kelly's watching.
He is actually. He was in there earlier. Happy birthday, Kelly.
Should we?
Hashtag MetaPoint, parachute, flex, dab, vape.
Thank you, Chad.
Yes!
Nice.
Should we go deal with the Nosps now? We have said we would.
But like we just saved them from the things that happen.
That doesn't
You start
mean
hearing
we're done.
a distant roar.
A roar like a.
Yep.
Is it the vacuum cleaner? Sorry, we both said that at the exact same time. Oh.
I think it is.
Yeah.
That's Sarah thinking it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
A deep, ungodly roar sweeps in from the north.
Sweeps in from the north.
You were proud of that, Dad.
He
joke
still
right
is.
there.
Followed by the beginnings of an earthquake.
Winter
The
is
children
coming.
shriek in fear as the sky grows dark, and the entire world seems to be folding in on itself.
Well, this sucks.
Okay,
should've kept the gum.
wait, guys.
The demon wind.
Harvey is going to be so jealous, Ash, just for you. Hashtag MetaPoint.
Thank you, Jet.
Thank you.
I think Harvey's gonna be
The demon wind has returned.
I didn't
Matt
do it
did
that
it.
time.
I'm gonna have to rebuild those things. Save us, O great silver god and pantheon.
From the how often?
Save us, Silver God, and
But
please
look,
put your
guys,
Save
Pantheon.
us. May your name be praised.
Guys, this is not the
The
first
sky's
time.
growing dark.
This is not the first time an armor guy or one of his minions has vacuumed in his office before.
What did you
so don't
do?
they have a system that are like
What did you do in
hide?
prior instances of this terrible noise?
Yes.
We cry and rebuild.
We cried, rebuild.
You-
Cry and rebuild.
So many of you died every time.
It's on their city hall. Cry and rebuild. It's their motto.
And you can see off in the distance just this fearsome black wall moving in your direction.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a vacuum cleaner.
Can any of my children still fly?
Nope.
Could I help them repair quickly so they could fly?
Nope.
Do I really have to spell this out for you? We take the gum and we make an
gum
arc.
Is already back in somebody else's mouth.
Oh, right. I wasn't paying attention. But you're a god, right? Evacuate your people. Let's make an arc.
What should we make
Since
our
this story doesn't have one.
arc out of?
I don't know. Maybe that Cheeto castle.
Hey Nick, you're Johnny. Your man bun's back.
Ah, hell yeah.
That's all
I guess like I could try to make Harvey big and he could just go unplug the vacuum.
What are some things that do not get sucked up into a vacuum?
Arcs?
Me.
No, let's think about it. What are some things that do not get sucked up into vacuums?
Pennies
Hair?
and Legos.
Things that are bigger than a vacuum?
Okay, so we need to either be bigger than something that can get sucked up into a vacuum or very clingy.
Well, like I said, I can grow. If I use my growth powers, I can get up to a foot tall. If I just throw myself into the vacuum as it's sucking me up, I can probably break it.
Have none of y'all seen Star
It's
Wars?
getting closer.
We go into
You know what? I'm just gonna go for it.
I like this plan. Thank you.
I like it. So talk me through it.
All right, so I basically go towards the demon wind, and as it begins to suck me up, I grow to 10 times my normal size, which will put me at about a foot tall.
I like it. So Meanwhile, in the land of normal-sized people...
And it's gonna hurt so bad.
On the land of normal-sized people, the vacuum is just being pushed back and forth.
The spinny brush one.
The technician who had been in charge of vacuuming up that area, not really paying attention much to what
found something. It says Eureka.
Yeah. And as she's pushing back and forth, at one point as she's going forward, the vacuum just suddenly makes this horrendous grinding sound
with a tiny little ow.
Yeah, it's like this little shriek, and she kind of
hamster.
And looks down at the vacuum head, and it is just mangled beyond belief. There's this like fist-sized or this little fish-shaped hole punched through one part of it, and like a cartoonish outline of fingers on the other one going out this way, in the shape of a head, but only not big around.
In mid-scream being twisted.
Yeah, like shoving through.
Do we hear in the tiny voice the bubblegum?
Oh my God!
Bubblegum parachute like stabbing.
I killed a leprechaun.
And
it's a brokercon because it is dabbing in vapor.
do you shrink back down? You stay the.
Well, I mean, I might let them see me for a second so they know we're small.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, help us!
Is that what you do?
There gotta be a lot.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, a lot of surprise resignations on the cleaning crew on this one day.
Well, they're gonna ask for a raise.
I mean, to them, this is nothing. Like they see this sort of
they're
thing,
in Sentinel City.
Yeah,
That's true. And miniaturized heroes.
Nolan, can you please give me some water from the fridge? Thank you.
We can do that?
If you ask nicely.
Nolan, can you go take a piss for me?
No, he can't do that.
So the vacuum shudders to a stop. And did you say you stayed that size?
Yeah. I mean, I want them to see me.
Okay.
Because we are shrunk and we don't know how to get ourselves big again.
That makes sense. So the tech stops and looks at you and tries going back and forth a few times.
No, bro. Not cool.
Does it once more?
I take it from him and throw it. What the fuck, Mom?
Can I help you?
I know this is probably a little weird, but there's a bunch of us down here, and we're all very, very small. So, if you could get somebody here to help us, I feel like such a fucking asshole right now. I can't even imagine how I must sound to you. I'm having a really bad day, bro. It's really bad.
You broke Sarah!
So if you could just maybe find somebody who grows people a little bit. Because, compared to my friends, I'm 300 feet tall right now.
What do you sound like to us?
I sound like a big booming voice to you.
Pretty much.
So, just... Can you maybe call somebody? Or...
Do you see Abigail in the room? Because Crash and Abigail know each other.
Yeah.
I mean, not Crash, Kid Titan.
Yeah. Anybody?
This tech is the last one left in the room.
Damn it.
With my luck, you probably don't even speak English, right?
No, this tech understands you. It's been a long day, and it's one tall superheroes.
I got attacked by fleas. Fleas the size of houses.
The whole time the tech is just looking at you, very blank-faced.
You're trying really hard not to laugh right now, aren't you? Okay. Little scenario here for you. I'm a tiny little man right now.
Kid Titan was a wee little man.
I just grabbed that vacuum from you and tossed it across the room with one hand. I'm thinking I'm cold and maybe I'll crawl up your pant leg unless I get some help.
So you're not supposed to be that size?
No, bro! I'm too fucking Titan!
TV makes you look taller.
That's 10 pounds, too.
I'm gonna kick you in the nuts. You know, I can still fly. But I'm afraid that would also look ridiculous. I'm gonna stand right here. I need you to call the studio. Studios.
Okay, I'm off in 30.
I fucking hate you so much. Alright. Yeah, good. 30 minutes. So, I'm gonna be right here. Just, you know, waiting. Staring out the while you're waiting to get off work. You know, you couldn't get paid for this if I called him right now.
So you're still 1 foot tall?
I imagine he's like
There's a tiny, skinny little man with a Kid Titan t-shirt on.
He pulls out a vape pipe, offers it to you.
So it's huge.
Take the pipe!
And what would you like me to do with this? I didn't catch your name at the time.
It's Chad.
Chad?
So sorry, bro. I didn't really think about that. He takes it back from you.
Thanks.
You want some gum?
No, I just had some.
Yeah, he,
Oh god.
he does. He finishes his shift. And then after about 30 minutes, he makes a phone call.
I'll take this time to maybe scoop up my friends and maybe their little castle. Just everybody hop on. We're gonna be about 30 minutes.
Citizens, this is our new location. Come.
The worst part is I feel giant right now. Like, this is the biggest I can possibly get. This is as big as Titan has to get to, like, defend a moon. And I'm a foot tall.
Yeah, so Chad makes a phone call to the studio.
And friends.
Yeah. Apparently I have an old school phone. I just don't. Yeah, it's.
Is it a flip phone?
It's retro, dude.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm down at the Armor Guy Tower cleanup, and Kid Titan's here, and he's
5 apples high, just so.
Three apples.
He's 3 apples high, and yeah, he says it's the rest of his party's with him. The rest of the team. Okay. Thank you very much.
So, child, what have you gleaned from your conversation?
I want to thank you for this ab workout that I'm currently experiencing.
He says, well, according to the studio, since the show's on hiatus,
No shit.
you're no longer covered by their medical. You're not really their problem right now.
No, I'm not their problem, child. I'm your problem. I am a tiny little man with godlike strength who can see through walls and fly.
You make a compelling point. I mean, my superpowers are all domestic related, you know. I could make you a nice grilled tuna salad.
That sounds super. Could you maybe, I don't know, drive us to the hospital? Because I'm like kind of past the point of giving a fuck about insurance.
So as you are having this ungodly, frustrating conversation with Chad, you see some lights off in the distance because it's nighttime now. As a car pulls up near the wreckage of Armor Guy's tower, and disembarking from the vehicle, excuse me, is Riptide and Lady Vale, and a very well, not super familiar, but someone you met a while back. One Professor McFidget.
Oh, yeah.
The three of them come over to you, and
Sup, guys?
and they're very excited to see you because they've been looking for you for quite a while. The interference you'd heard early on over the wasps and such was attempts by McFidget and originally Jebediah, well, Riptide, excuse me, to try and locate you via the nano wasps. And he was able temporarily to get a lock on Lady Vale, and that's when they were able to
Teleport her out.
Teleport her back out and put her back to her normal size. But then when they tried to come back for you guys earlier in the evening, they weren't able to do so, and the cleanup crew was there, and you know there was a whole like union issue and all this stuff. But yeah, they are pretty confident that they could make you bigger.
Oh, that's a relief.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'm very, very smart right now. But I also have a civilization in my right hand. An entire civilization. Little T2s.
They are very smart. They are adapting very well. Please communicate that to the people that are much, much bigger than us.
Okay then.
I feel like telling him.
You know that can't hear that, right?
No, but you can hear me, and you can tell them what I said.
Yeah. Bombshell likes them.
Now see, I'm torn because this is a way for you to get larger. But I'm really, really enjoying that voice you're doing.
I'll bring it back for something else if you really need it.
But yeah, so Professor McFidget is able to. You guys go back with him to his, not his studio.
Fidgetorium?
Lab?
Fidgetorium.
Fidgetorium. Oh.
It is the Fidgetorium, and through some trial and error, you know, there's moments where parts of you start shrinking. You know, your one arm is like, the rest of you is still a little teeny tiny, and then it comes back down, and then your head is.
It's okay. I actually got that power last week.
True, you did. I remember that. You know, your feet temporarily go big, like cartoon style, and you know all these things are happening to you. But eventually, he manages to get the modifications correct, and you are blown back up to your normal size and stature.
Harvey was next to me the whole time, so it affected him too.
Harvey's fun. Yeah,
And
everyone's fun.
My children, are they now nanowasp sized to me?
They are
or
now properly sized nano wasps.
Okay.
They weren't that much smaller than a nano wasp should have been.
Can I please bid them farewell before I get grown back up?
Yes, absolutely. You can have a heartfelt moment.
So you're letting them go?
Well, they're not gonna.
Their ultimate goal is they'd like to reconstitute.
They'd like
with
to
you.
reconstitute, and I would like them to do that.
Just none of the other ones.
They would like to be absorbed back into the great
collective.
silver god.
Oh, they
My
want to go to
children.
heaven.
Yes. My children.
Technically, this does make them a suicide cult.
Yeah, this is a suicide
Yes, it
cult.
does.
This is what's happening.
This is
the
a
Kool-Aid.
remarkably Waco of them.
My children.
But it'll be beautiful because it'll be part of you again.
Yes.
Drink the Kool-Aid, little ones.
My children.
You're going to a better place.
It is time for me to regain my former stature, and I invite you to come with me. I would like you to rejoin my form, as you were intended. So please, join with me and become part of me once again.
And they call me the asshole.
They beat this all up. They love it. They line up. I mean, they go and grab everyone from the compound. They're all lined up in proper filing. And
I love you, my children. You have done so well against these foes.
thank you, Silver God. They all start bowing and whatnot. And the rest of you, Pantheon.
Yeah, no, we're just... Nope.
You will see them again once we have reformed together.
And while this is going on, you also have been using some of your, you are always kind of passively aware of computer systems and such. And Does Crash have that as well?
Yeah.
Or not Crash, but Kid Titan?
Titan does,
Yeah,
yes.
So the two of you have been having some conversation about this, and while you are on different locations on the spectrum of how to treat this little tiny civilization, you are agreed that it isn't right to just let them be destroyed. And it does seem that the ones who have been a part of this, what exactly they will do when they are reformed into Bombshell,
I think it's a bad idea.
To a certain degree remains to be seen.
Yeah, it's a corrupted program. I think if you keep them separated until you can figure out how to cleanse that programming is a good way to deal with it. Because if you absorb them into you to cleanse them, chances are you'll catch whatever they've got, and then you're gray goo.
They could start as my pinky toe.
Yeah, you could quarantine them as basically part of your essence.
I am going to start them as my pinky toe.
Left or right?
Left.
Thank you. So you grow back up to your standard size, and the other the children are reconstituted back into Bombshell's left pinky toe.
And to honor the elder,
part of them, yeah.
What color was the elder's cape?
It was fuchsia.
Okay, and to honor the elder, I would like to paint that pinky toe, the nail, fuchsia.
I like it. Is fuchsia a type of purple?
It's a pinky purple.
A pinky purple, yeah.
Pinky purple. Because it's your pinky.
I'm gonna blow 2 meta points to.
It's a douchebag.
I was actually hoping that I had that right for that reason.
Yeah, it's a douche. I have had Sugar Ray going through my head for the last hour.
Which one? I love them.
I could print out a version for you.
I love it when
Well, at least everybody's back to normal. Our little dysfunctional family.
The children are in my toe, in case you were worried.
I wasn't.
Gross.
I wasn't. I'm worried
So
about
gross.
those other ones.
They are very small now.
So, did we ever figure out if Armor Guy was also small? Or did he not get affected?
No, they wouldn't have they wouldn't just have cleaned up the room if Armor Guy had gone missing.
Okay.
That's
I guess that makes sense.
Like, he's probably fine.
My children would have told us about another small person. I think.
Well, based on the size of your children, the carpet was a universe of infinity.
That is true.
So until they developed their own form of what they would think of as interstellar travel, they really had no way of knowing.
True.
Which means there may be a bunch of other independent civilizations that developed out of touch
Yeah, you've
of
just
your own.
like spread everywhere.
Well, let's just hope they don't find a way to all get together and form a new Bombshell.
Well, humans shed their skin. I must shed nano-wasps occasionally, especially when I get hit.
Yeah, that seems perfectly safe.
What could go wrong?
Nothing. My
Have you
children
considered how dangerous you really are?
But I am moral and just. Why would I do anything wrong?
Just convinced of her own righteousness. That's a sign.
Yeah, that's a sign of megalomania.
I don't know what that means.
Look it up. Google it.
Oh no, I don't have that.
If you did, you wouldn't know it.
I definitely don't have that.
Are you okay with being worshipped as a god? Never mind, I already know the answer. You told me. It's yes.
Of course. It is a smart choice.
We should talk about this another time. For now, we won the day, and there's probably, tiny little versions of you getting ready to get bigger over time and eventually
They will join with me.
impose your morality upon the entire world.
My morality is the perfect one. What is not to like about that? People are speechless. I understand that as I am correct. What should we do next?
So, as you guys have been having this conversation, Professor McFidget has been looking a little bit socially awkward. And
lab coat.
Probably wears glasses.
I know, who would do that? And he's just kind of standing there.
You.
Did we forget something?
No. You're all very fine, very fine. It's good.
Do you want us out of your office?
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
But you do a little.
It's just, it's just kind of, it's been a long day, and it's good to see you all to your proper sizes.
Why was your day long?
Wonderful. Well, we've been searching for you.
You were searching for us?
Yeah.
But you knew where we were.
Well, not exactly.
But you knew the last known location.
I'm so sorry. We'll get out of your hair right away.
Oh, thank you. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's
No,
lovely,
you need to wind down.
lovely heroes, and I just
Thank you, kind sir, for your attentions. We appreciate all the help you have been.
Send the bill to Legion.
Yeah, send the bill to me.
Well, you hired me to protect you, so
sure.
That counts as expenses.
So you leave, and I'm guessing where would you like to go next?
Well, I would say let's go back to my office, but it's been pretty much destroyed.
I believe a sniper took care of most of that.
While you were away, the super did do some upkeep.
Oh, thank goodness.
You're in Sentinel City, so people are used to buildings being trashed, and the repair teams are actually pretty efficient.
Yeah. So I've got a new floor.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, ripping the top off of Armor Guy's skyscraper is going to take a while. Like that will be. That's a more.
It's like a 3-week job.
Yeah, that one's a little more extensive, but patching up the hole in your floor and some of the broken windows and such. I mean, that was nothing. It's
cool.
I won't say it's good as new because it wasn't when you.
It wasn't very nice to begin with, right?
But yeah, you can head on back there.
Cool. So back to my place then.
Okay.
I think we should discuss how to defeat Armor Guy since he.
Maybe we should do it in private.
No, that's not what we should discuss. And
well, in your office.
No, not even in my office. There's no reason for it anymore.
Why?
It's not him.
What's not him?
What's not him?
He's not the killer.
Well, yes, he thinks we're the killers.
Right. So why would the killer think we're the killers?
Misdirection.
That's not how that works.
No, he wasn't lying. I checked.
That was a superhero back in the 60s.
I know, that's why I said it. I thought it was funny.
I liked it.
Cute.
The 4 people who watched the beta testing with us got that joke. I like it. We'll go back there again sometime.
Okay, but he still thinks we've done it, so we need to at least protect ourselves from him.
Well, yeah, but that's not. We don't do that by fighting him. We do that by clearing our own names.
So you mean we have to solve the murder mystery?
Yes, and that's something a detective can actually do.
Okay.
I think I would be excellent at that.
I'm sure you would. You would be excellent at absolutely anything you tried ever.
It's true. I can get any skills I want.
Completely and totally dangerous.
Little batshit. Yeah.
Okay, so what do we know? We know people are dead by their own.
We know almost every contestant that's been on the show for the last 2 seasons has turned up dead.
But they also died with their own stuff. Right?
Oh yes, their own powers defeated them.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was powers that we had access to. Was
powers
that
they were killed by other heroes with specific power sets. In some cases,
very similar.
They were similar power sets to what we have, which is why we were implicated in the crime. We don't even know that we didn't do it, technically.
There is that.
I am 100% convinced that we
have a lot of missing time.
We didn't do it.
No, we didn't do it. Our avatars might have.
I'm 100% convinced that we did not do it.
My avatar probably did it. Or might have.
Actually, your avatar is an ass, but he's kind of off the hook for this. Because they've been trying to kill him too, which is why he came to us originally.
Oh, okay, that makes sense of why they were all together.
Oh yeah, Johnny, you showed up.
Not
and
Johnny.
You were beaten up. Who beat you up?
Everybody. He got attacked by almost every contract killer in the city, including Griefer, who is no longer an issue.
And
that was fun.
That is horrible, what you did to that person.
Don't shoot my bunny.
I wasn't going to.
I appreciate everything Harvey has done for us.
Thanks.
So we are trying to solve a mystery. How does one go about starting to do that?
Well, we have to find clues. We have to find motive. We have to find suspects.
We should find those things.
All right, if only we had somebody with the ability to look over surveillance footage for all of the times that...
I could do that.
That's great. Okay.
I would like to look over surveillance footage of all the times there have been.
That might take a while.
It's since the beginning of surveillance?
No, just during those times where the murders happened.
Just during those times where the murders happened.
Now, if it's being covered up, a lot of the footage will be missing.
Yeah, and we've established earlier that some of the cameras were taken out, at the studio and such. But yeah, at this point, you guys have been trying to track down the you've been trying to track down the killer for quite a while, and you have a fairly solid sense of at least a goodly number of the victims.
Yes. We saw them all in the morgue. Didn't you visit them?
Well, several of them, and you found records of some of the others too, and you were informed by some of them.
And I took scans of everybody.
Well, and your former colleague, when you were part of that youth the teen superhero group,
the Radicals,
Blue Streak.
Yeah.
Yes.
Blue Streak, when she showed up, she gave you information about several of the victims as well.
And she doesn't think we did it because she's a cop and would have had to arrest us.
True.
But she would be a good resource to go back to.
She would, absolutely.
And maybe we should, if we had somebody who could get a hold, that's me, isn't it? Okay, yeah, I'll get a hold of her. Leave her, I'll text her, because that's what young people do.
So you send her a text?
I do.
I'm gonna text Balthy just to see if he's got like a crystal ball we could use.
Balthazar the Black?
Yeah, Gramps.
Grandpa Balthazar the Black.
I am going to study the footage inside my own brain for minute clues.
I like it. You're just going to hack into the website, or the web, basically. Yeah,
Yes.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Johnny goes and gets in trouble like Johnny does.
I need some computer checks from you. I need some sort of diplomacy or similar, whatever you want to use in that regard for your interactions. I mean, you're getting a major bonus because it's your grandpa, but I still need you to make a check on it.
If I have
and it's similar on Blue Streak as well, but again with a bonus because Crash or Titan. I need you to also make a similar diplomacy type check for Blue Streak, but with I think a 5-point bonus for Hex. And you guys actually worked a lot, so also a 5-point bonus.
If I get a 5-point bonus, taking it to a lower score, it's 0.
It's a bonus, so it goes whatever direction you want it to go.
Yeah, because I rolled a 5.
Can I use the best of thing? Is there a best of
absolutely.
I can
There's one.
Two of them.
There's 2 of them.
Because I rolled a 16 on 2 8s.
Yeah, fire away. Use one of them.
Yeah. A 2, that's much better.
I passed now.
Awesome.
On my computer roll.
I really like that best of times. That's great. I how that works right there. Like, oh, that sucked. Oh, another one.
Technically, you should count it beforehand, but this time I'm going to let you use it for after. But yeah, you're supposed to call it before.
Okay.
My apologies for not establishing that.
Do you need more rolls from me?
Yes, I would like you to keep track. And tell me how many failures you get before you get to 5 successes.
Okay.
So what do I do?
Another one you can use.
I've only rolled 1 check and I got a 4.
Awesome. That's all you needed.
Okay.
I got no failures before 5 successes.
Awesome.
Well
She's also really good at stuff.
Oh, I know. You guys are. This is good. So, does any one of you want to go first in particular?
I'm going to be texting, and there's going to be, it's going to say, Balthy heart emoji. Use your crystal ball to tell me who the killer is. Crystal ball emojis, Harvey emojis, sword emojis, and then like rainbows, unicorns, and some kisses.
And you use up the entire character limit on this text, don't you? With all the emoji? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But he's just going to just look and see who the killer is.
Okay.
I took a piss for you too.
Thanks, bro.
Crash, the conversation that you have then with Blue Streak. So you called her or you texted her?
Yeah, I texted her just like, alive.
She texts back, good.
At the office if you want to talk.
See, it's evening, she's off. In person is better.
Where?
Office is fine.
Great. See you in what, 6 seconds?
And she just texts a winky face. And actually, before you get the winky face, there's a knock at the door. And it's Blue Streak.
How did you get here so... Oh, wait. Super fast.
Yeah. So she's glad to see you, you're glad to see her, all that sort of thing. Meanwhile, Bombshell, you've been hacking through all of the computer footage and,
Do I see anything suspicious?
There's a lot of CCTV activity going on in this place.
Did I see anything suspicious?
So, many of the deaths the footage is not present because cameras were tampered with.
Right.
And it's also possible that the footage was tampered with after the fact. It's really hard to tell. But there are a few situations in which you are able to, what do I want to say?
Decode, detect.
Yeah, you are able to restore enough of the footage that every once in a while you seem to be getting a glimpse of it looks like a male wearing the similar clothing in each one of these shots.
Oh, I understand.
You know, kind of on the edge, never right in front of the camera, never just a, you know, glory shot to just be like, yeah, this is the guy.
I don't think that means what you think it means.
And that's why I said it. But you are able to ascertain that
there is a suspect, then multiple shots.
Yeah.
That could be.
Yeah, and you don't
our person of interest.
recognize this person.
Or their clothes.
No, not as you're going through it all. But you are starting to get a better. It's a situation where anyone looking at this footage would never have enough from one shot.
But I can see so much.
But what you're starting to do is you're seeing so much and pulling from so many different sources that you're starting to layer things together. Yeah. And it's kind of like it's like a three-dimensional print. Like it's slowly starting to build together into.
If I saw this person in real life, would I recognize them?
Well, we'll do you one better than that a little bit. Hex.
Yeah.
Balthazar. All the text that you get back is ask again later.
I'm funny.
I'm kidding. It actually does say that. And then the next one is.
Then he's just gonna get a string of angry face emojis.
Grandpa joke.
Yeah, just angry face emojis.
Yeah. But no, he does send you another text back that just says. Problem appears to be solved.
What?
You say what?
Yeah.
Per the spirits, problem is solved.
Oh, so okay. Well, then I'll send some more like hearts and a koala bear and a Harvey.
He likes that a lot. Next time he sees you, he'll, want to give Harvey a hug. Does he know about Harvey?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. Otherwise, that was an odd thing I just said. Bombshell.
So maybe he doesn't have a soul.
So while this is going on, you keep, hacking things together and whatnot, and it's taken you several hours. I mean, this is a long process.
It's a lot of footage.
You guys order some pizza, you hang out, you eat, blue streak.
Crash is probably happy that Bombshell has stopped talking for a moment.
I've started one of those boards with lots of pictures on it and red string connecting things.
Yep.
Do I watch the movie Blue Streak with Blue Streak?
Comes back.
Did they have any magazines?
He's got some very old Boys Life magazines.
I guess I'll read those.
And one or two of that. What's the one with the raccoon they always have?
Highlights.
Ranger Rick.
Highlights.
I'm sorry, what was the first magazine that you said?
The Boys Life, isn't
Boys
it?
Life?
The Boy Scout one?
Like you have in any private detective's office, silly.
Oh, I thought it was a different magazine entirely.
You don't have Time or National Geographic?
I thought it was
yeah.
Boys.
But those are for customers.
He got them all free, dumpster diving.
Just kidding.
Like none of these are actually magazines he subscribes
I also have the internet. Have you heard of that, John?
Next door to his is a dentist.
Yeah.
So a lot of the magazines he's taken secondhand from the kid's dentist.
Well, I have summoned a tent that Harvey and I can sit in and no one can get in without the password.
Okay then.
So here's what I know. Mm-hmm. Or here's what I've gleaned, anyway, from the beginning of this to where we are now.
Uh-huh.
As far as, like, possible suspects.
I'm listening.
It's got to be somebody who can alter the media information in some way.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally possible. There are hundreds of supers out there with computer powers that could do something like that.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Even with the AG security being as tech savvy as it is, we know somewhere and somehow magic is involved and creations that Armor Guy has made.
Right.
But I'm not convinced that he's the one controlling them.
True. I'm using a meta point.
Okay.
What I am absolutely convinced of right now, my current hunch is it's one of the Sentinels.
Balthy says they don't have a soul.
Balthy says who doesn't have a soul?
The problem
killer.
is solved.
They said the problem was solved in the spirit world, which I would lead me to believe that they don't have a soul.
What did you have him do?
Find out who the killer is.
How?
To the crystal ball.
He's a necromancer, right?
Yeah.
So does that mean that the killer is dead?
He just said problem solved in the spirit world.
Right about then, Bombshell, you, in your head, you hear a little
Bing!
bing. Yeah, exactly.
Information processing.
And the image starts slowly coming out. Ticker tape dial.
Okay. Do you ever get used to that?
Nope. Nope, it's still creepily erotic every time.
And
Oh, you should
Kid
stop.
Titan.
You should stop before they destroy you.
Kid Titan, as this printout is coming, you start becoming very confused because you recognize the individual depicted on this tape.
Who is it? I'll peek my head out of the tent. Who is it?
It's your old friend and mentor, Dr. Migraine.
But we liked him.
He's
The
dead.
one who killed himself at the end of the last time you were in this world, whose suicide was mentioned to you.
We wanted to
Or I shouldn't
prevent it,
say
but we had
the last time you were
Griefer.
here, but was
Yeah.
the first, yeah,
We wanted to help, but Griefer attacked.
correct.
That son of a bitch.
So he was like sabotaging something?
I don't
Not
think he would.
something.
Why would he kill everyone if he was supposed to be a nice guy?
Not a nice guy. A good guy.
Oh.
There's a big difference.
Very big difference.
There is?
Sure.
Oh, she's 12.
The good guy always does what he thinks is right. The nice guy tries to be nice about it.
Oh.
And Migraine was a lot of things, but he was not a nice guy. He was a good guy. He hated all types of violence, especially superhero violence. He often referred to his own people as weapons of mass destruction.
So was he just taking care of the problem by getting rid of them?
Did he only kill the superheroes that were doing bad things?
No.
So what? Why then would he only kill people who had, once they'd left the show?
Well, he could use the show to assess power level, determine whether or not they were a threat.
And then, but that suggests that he would have. If he was using the show to target specific people, then that means there must have been some form of collusion.
It's
so
all,
that he would know who would fail.
Yeah, but he's a scientist, a doctor, right?
Okay.
Also the most powerful psychic in the world.
And Blue Streak speaks up at this point and she says, most of the victims are write-offs.
Yeah. Experiments, seeing if his plan will work.
They're wannabes, they're hacks. They were never gonna pass. They were never gonna win.
That made them expendable. That made them.
Well, why would he?
Nobody would notice they were dead for months.
Well, why would he kill them? They were not a threat.
Sure, they were. They were weapons.
But they were not very good weapons.
What happens when you kicked off the show? Where do most people go? Johnny, you know about this.
Other reality television shows, I imagine.
The bar?
But barring that, it's piecemeal villain work. You know, pretending to rob a bank or actually robbing a bank. However it goes, but...
Yeah, a lot of guys go that route.
He's just nipping the problem in the bud.
So he was just preventing them from turning to a life of crime.
Yeah, but then why the suicide and why before the job was done?
Because maybe he didn't kill himself? Maybe it was a fake note?
Right, but he also didn't necessarily need to pull the trigger on any of these himself.
So suggesting he had a partner?
He doesn't need a partner. He can take over minds.
Take over minds. I know.
He's like you times 10.
That's scary.
Could he have mind controlled the victims into killing themselves?
He could have. He could have mind controlled any of us into killing them too.
Or he could have mind controlled other supers who had a power that affected the weakness of the victim. Specifically knew how to take them out. That was part of the assessment on the show. What are they weak against?
Can I check my memory banks to make sure that I did not get mind controlled?
Yeah, as this conversation's going on, Blue Streak's starting to look a little bit uncomfortable because she's doing some math in her head.
Where you at, Blue?
You know, kid.
You got a hunch?
I mean, some of the victims match your skill sets. You just said yourself.
Yeah, but mind control don't work so well on me. I mean, not usually. But I dated Migraine's daughter for like 6 years.
That would explain him wanting you dead.
He liked me.
I'm kidding. Bombshell, you start going through your records and such, and
Yes.
By and large, they are intact. You don't see any evidence
Of missing, like, gaps
I mean, you're
of time.
all Bombshell right now, so you're not. So this isn't Jenica being somewhat
meta,
a little bit objective at looking at this stuff. Bombshell is looking at her own.
But I am a robot,
records.
so I am
It's true.
objective.
It's true. You are.
Also, you don't have a human brain. It might not be a thing with him.
You do have one or two spots that you find where there's a a gap of a small amount or something, but you don't see any evidence that Bombshell did anything
Wrong. Because Bombshell does not do anything wrong.
Exactly.
You know, the other possibility, other metapilots while we're elsewhere.
Sure, but metapilots are generally linked to an avatar because of a similarity in spirit, right?
You read that in the brochure, didn't you?
Well, you can't just jump into any avatar.
Well, you can't.
Well, okay, you can, but you're a special case.
No, am I?
Yeah.
Does the potential not exist in all of us to do that?
I suppose it does.
Could there be more than another one like me?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that you're the first, right? How long has this thing been around?
I don't know. I don't have those memories anymore.
Johnny, you're all Avatar.
System shock!
Kid, you're all Pilot.
Fuck. We have no meta points.
All Pilot.
Oh, shit.
I have no hair to stop.
All Avatar. I didn't even rig that. That's actually how it rolled. And yes, that was a system shock. And then...
Now we're melting down.
Yep. Who do you have on the top there?
Johnny Legion.
Johnny Legion, as played by Christian Doyle.
Bombshell.
But it won't matter, because he's going to be all Crash.
All the time, baby.
Unless we get
Bombshell?
some meta points.
It's true.
Bombshell.
Bombshell, as played by Maggie Ferguson Wagstaff.
Kid Titan.
As played by Mr. Matt Vansel.
X is me.
Yep.
All right, you finally have the superhero version of Nick.
Oh, this is a nice fit.
Lucky.
I'm not giving this back if I can't.
Oh, no, smell good. I do not smell good. I smell like the guy at the bar with the gold chain.
That's exactly who you are.
Oh.
Because not everyone hates good Titan #MetaPoint.
Thank you.
And two of you have buffs as well if you want to fix where you are on the...
I'll use the meta point just to get a little bit of Nick in there. Ugh.
Oh.
Okay, so guys,
I can be objective like this. It's okay. I can be objective. I'm
Okay.
objective.
Me and Harvey.
I'm gonna pat you now to calm me down.
Thank you.
No one can get in your
Thanks,
tent.
bud.
Yeah, you're okay.
I know.
Okay.
That's right.
I am
I know
okay.
nobody can get in my
you're fine.
tent.
Just excited.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm peeking my head out to kind of like. So what are we doing?
We're figuring things out. Not everything can be punching giant robots.
I don't want to punch a giant robot. I just wanted to kill a civilization, and I didn't get to.
I feel weird.
You look weird.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but you brought it up, so that's not my fault, and I'm sorry if it hurt your feelings.
No, it doesn't hurt my feeling. It's but.
Bro, stay safe, #MetaPoint.
Thanks, sis.
That was Lisa.
Aww. So
Migraine can't be dead then.
That's one that is.
Well, if the problem is solved, then he's dead. That is what Balthy said.
If the problem was solved by him dying, then we have to consider what if he is still alive.
We can't even consider what if he is. If he was the one behind it, he wouldn't have just
we'll have the death still
killed himself.
happening?
He has to see the job through.
Well, let's walk this through. How then does he fake his own death? How do we?
Well, he wrote the note.
He kills his.
It's very emo.
He kills his body and puts his mind into another one, either pushing it aside or burning it out.
I had a little experience with that as well. It is possible to live with a dead body.
Ew, that sounds super gross.
So he took someone else over, like Nick is doing.
No, Nick's not taking anyone over. Nick's
Not right
just
now,
Nick.
No, I'm just brought up. It's cool. She doesn't know. It's all right. Sorry, I should have said I'm going to touch you now. It's all right. It's cool. Don't worry, buddy.
I'm a little worried.
Okay, a little worried.
What are you worried about? Migraine?
What?
The migraine guy?
Yeah. Yeah, I got every reason to be worried about this. This is a guy who can take over our brains and make us do things. What if he made us do something?
All right, and if everyone thinks he's dead, he can operate with impunity now.
Kid gets a bad rap.
Especially if he has the ability to take over.
Could he take over Harvey? He better not take over Harvey. I will kick his ass.
I don't think Darby has a tangible brain.
I'm still not even sure it's real.
Harvey can dance. He has a brain. Don't you mess with Harvey.
It is a 900-pound bunny, according to her.
It is a 900-pound bunny.
Well, should we go to Migraine's house?
Where does Migraine live? What was the nature of his facility? Where did he do his work?
He worked at a Sentinel Tower.
Well, then what do we know on Sentinel Tower?
Well, that the top half of it is laying in the middle of the park.
Oh, right, that. Sorry, the memories are background loading every time I switch a body. Well, then I think maybe we should go to the park and check out Sentinel Tower.
3 meta points.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm using one of them.
I could probably
use the meta point, Crash. Use the meta point. He won't have much influence.
It's unfortunate because I just dislike the man. 2.
2?
So is everybody ready to do this? Are we going to the tower where we think he was? Are we going to?
Why would we go there?
I don't know.
The body isn't going to be there, right? I mean, what kind of jerk?
Body won't be there, but that's where his lab is. That's where his work is.
Would his body?
I'm still not buying any of these guys. I'm just saying.
Would his body be at the morgue where all the other bodies are?
That might be a place to start. Oh, wait a minute. Where do supers normally go to the morgue?
We just went to a morgue with a bunch of supers, and I went to the Feywild, and it was pretty awesome.
Sorry, background memory is still loading. Yeah, let's check out the morgue. We can see if he's actually dead, if he's actually buried, if there's a corpse there. If there's no body,
I'm telling you, we can just throw away the body, though, right?
Could we hunt for?
He doesn't need the body. He can just float around. Like
we're looking for confirmation that he is in fact dead.
But wait, he liked you, right, kid?
Mostly kid.
Right, he
I'll use a couple meta points to jump a little farther to Nick.
But he.
Yes, go ahead.
He liked you. You were friends. Did he have any secret code words that you guys used to have, or secret bat signals or something that maybe he did as a clue? We could follow it like the Scooby Gang.
We might be able to find some if we went to the tower.
I could probably find something. I mean,
team, I have an idea. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can make a spell show us where he is hiding with his stupid mind.
It's absolutely true. You can do that.
I beat it by 5.
Ooh.
So you step outside of your tent, correct?
Yes.
To do this.
But Harvey is going to stay in there just.
And was that the haiku?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can make a spell show us where he is hiding with his stupid mind.
So what is the effect on this? How would it indicate to you
Well,
who
I
it
want
is, where it
to
is?
prove that he is not alive, but still present with us.
Yeah, if his mind shows up anywhere, we know he's
Then
still
we
alive.
know he's
So
still
we're
alive.
talking a flash of light, a glowing beacon, an Eat at Joe's Diner sign.
A map
pointing.
in my head and a blinky light where his mind is.
So you cast the spell and you go into a little bit of a trance as you do so. And in your brain, kind of Sherlock style, a map starts flashing through and forming itself around. It's actually a really cool CGI effect. I wish we had the budget for it. And it starts kind of GPSing its way through, and it's synchronizing and tracking and honing in, and eventually it hits a spot, and there's this dot blinking, and it's blinking about 5 feet to your left.
Who's it in?
And you look over, and Blue Streak looks at you and says, "Well done." And then she bolts out the door and is gone.
Guys, it was Blue Streak.
At my fastest, I can't catch her.
I don't think I can at my fastest either.
Can I? With my boosted ability?
Oh wait,
Detective
I'm Johnny. Of course I can catch her.
I mean, you'd have to know where she was going, and...
Well, Kid and Blue Streak are real close, so he must know her hangouts.
Can you cast that same spell and get a lock on where she's going?
Could I cast a spell and find her? And stop her?
You could try.
Oh.
So, does that mean that Blue Streak is dead? Or is the both minds in there like we have both minds?
We're usually pretty...
Well, if it were me, I would have just burned the other mind away.
Shut up, Johnny.
Sorry.
If it were us, we tend to notice when someone else is a metapilot, right?
Yeah.
That didn't set any bells off for us when we were Avatar or when we were Pilot.
I can always tell.
Johnny, shut the fuck up.
All right.
I didn't like you when I was in you, I don't like you now. That sounded terrible.
That sounded
really
real bad.
Johnny wasn't going to say anything about it, but Johnny knows.
Give me a second,
what
I
kid
have
likes.
to type phrasing. Okay, we're good now.
Well, look, so I guess my question is, if we catch Blue Streak, do we destroy Blue Streak? I mean, do we go slow and easy because maybe Blue Streak's in there, or do we just say balls to the wall and get rid of him?
Well, here's what I think a good idea is. We track her down, right? Maybe trap her, huh? And then, show her what's what.
Off?
Stealth roll to pickpocket his Axe body spray.
Yeah, sure.
Show her what's what.
I'll use my +3. That's a 6.
All right. Okay, everyone, I'm ready to make a haiku.
I go put some Tabasco in his Axe body spray. And so you drop this.
Obviously, I'll wait.
Thanks, bro.
Okay.
The Legion abides.
X is trying to do spell.
Harvey's patting me, trying to keep me calm. Okay. Keep still, quick lady. Shine bright as a blue light. I'm sorry. Shine bright as blue light streak. # blue streak trap.
Oh, nice.
Did you give me the roll?
Oh, sorry. So she's gonna stand still, and she's gonna have a beacon of light, like one of those searchlight things, but it's gonna be blue, like the bat signal.
This is nice.
I beat it by 6.
I think I'm gonna make another Johnny and have him go get some Coke for me.
So you guys look out the window, or what do you do?
Yeah.
Well, we're looking for a big shaft of blue light.
I'll fly.
Shut up, Johnny.
Sorry, bro.
I can see why you hate this guy.
I'll fly into the sky to see,
You need company, doll?
Where's it coming?
Can you tell me via nanowasp when you see him? Her?
Yeah, I will.
So you go out the window, is that what you do?
Yeah, I'll fly out the window, up so I can see where the light is.
So actually, you open the window in anticipation of flying away, and you poke your head out, and you can see the light is about 150 feet away,
Gotcha.
just around a corner from the building.
If we're moving so fast, she didn't go very far. So I'll tell them, and then we'll fly over there.
Harvey gets
good.
out of the tent with
I
me.
can take care of her right now.
So you all head over there, or what?
It's just a lady. Guys, what are we worried about?
Oh, I forgot about Legion. Oh, Lord.
What?
No,
Harvey was distracting
Bombshell's
me.
the guy. Oh, never mind.
I'm using another
I said
meta
a Lord.
point.
She said what? Bombshell was the silver god.
Gotcha,
It's a
man.
Pastor
Gotcha.
joke.
Sounded good.
It's a callback.
I used
Swing
another meta
back.
point.
It is a callback. Meta meltdowns over. You're back to your normal constituent identities.
Okay, am I the only one who sees that this is clearly a trap?
The blue light streak?
This is clearly a trap.
Well, let's find out.
You know he knows what we're gonna do before we do it, right?
He doesn't know what he's gonna. Whatever.
He is not reading my mind.
How do you know?
So you head on over there?
No, well, do I have to have visual contact to jump into someone?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a short range.
Okay.
I could make you invisible.
So you head on over to the corner.
I don't know if that's a fight.
Of the alley.
I am flying over there, I assume.
That's fine. You can fly, hop, whatever, walk. And when you arrive, Blue Streak is standing there as you halted her, as you halted her through you.
Mm-hmm.
Teamwork.
Teamwork?
With just a completely blank look on her face.
Is she still in there?
Is anybody still in there?
I use some knowledge. Hold on.
Try medicine.
I use medicine to investigate this woman.
As near as you can tell, completely unresponsive.
Does she have a pulse?
He just turned off her brain.
I'll see if I can turn it back on.
I've seen his power. Can I duplicate it and then try to turn back on her brain?
You needed to have physical contact with him, and you needed to use a roll to try and steal a power.
Guys, I don't know if this is true, but when I wrote my haiku, I said Blue Streak instead of Mr. Migraine or whatever his name is. So maybe he just left her mind.
Nick, you were interested in trying to hop into her brain.
Saying, well, what do you think? If I go in there, do you think I'm going to get stuck as well? There might be some residual. I might be able to read the memories, see where he was going. Maybe see where he took her.
At the worst, they can jack you out and back into your pod.
Sounds good, and
Even
I go.
if you get brain locked in that body.
You hop in, and you've been in a brain like this before, but it's been a long time. It's the mental equivalent of walking into a large, empty, white room with no tables or chairs or wall hangings. It's just completely blank.
Damn it. Can I pop back out?
You notice off to one side in the room, so I'm just going to roll with this analogy.
Okay.
One small door.
All right. Open the door.
Inside, you see the mental equivalent of Blue Streak, lying on the floor, badly beaten, but alive.
Okay, kneel down next to her. Say, Blue. Kid Titan sent me. Are you there?
She's just rocking back and forth.
Blue, I need you to respond to me. I'm with Kid Titan. I'm a friend. He's gone. Not Titan. He's there with me. Are you there? Can I use electronics to send a signal through the metapod to the other metapilots?
You can use the wasps.
You can use the wasps.
Oh, she wouldn't have one.
That's true.
That's why.
It's MacGuffin. Go for it.
All right. It says she's in. I found her. She's basically been wiped and stuffed into a closet. Mentally speaking, she's not responsive, but she's
not
alive.
erased, right?
Not erased. Do you want to talk to her?
No, that won't do any good. We need to get her to. We need to get her to Molly.
Who?
Migraine's kid. My ex.
Oh, great.
If anybody can bring her out, it would be her.
Can I pick her up? Is she responsive to touch?
You could exit and pick up the physical form.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But I can't actually move her out of the.
No.
She'd be safer in there if you describe the room.
I describe the room. Says so. There's no. Yeah, she's not fading any farther, but she's stuck where she is.
No, that's okay. That's a safe place for her right now.
There's nothing. No trace of anything else in the room. No footprints. No fingerprints. No pattern. No.
Smell.
No smells.
Do you turn around in the room?
Huh?
Do you turn around in the room?
Yes.
As you leave, because you've decided you are going to leave her in that space, you see written on the back of the door, just the word, the letters, LV.
LB?
LV.
B.
V.
LV.
And then you jack back out to where you were.
LV. Same as the number 55.
It is also the same initials as our compatriot Lady Vale.
Oh. Not a Roman numeral thing?
I don't know.
Can you use Cape Lore to see if anyone has those initials?
Besides Lady Vale?
Yeah.
Sure, Lady Vale, Lord Voltron. Like, there's probably a few.
There's too many. Okay.
Lady Vegas?
Las Vegas.
Since Migraine is clearly targeting us, I think Lady Vale needs to be our number one priority.
She did vanish.
Lady Vale can die and come back.
But being mentally taken over by someone else is different than dying.
Wait a minute, we're trying to find someone who died and came back.
She
and
does
our
that a lot.
suspect is someone who can die and come back.
Maybe we should just go take care of Blue Streak first.
Yeah, I've agreed.
She looks scary.
Let's find Molly.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
So you make preparations. You'll get in touch with your ex, with Molly, Dr. Migraine's daughter, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And on that will wrap it up for the evening.
Yeah, man. You basically just killed my only friend.
She's not dead.
She's just curled in a fetal position.
Poor kid.
Get the snot beaten out of her, but
the mental snot beaten out of her. Her body's just fine.
I do apologize. I did not intend to do any.
Oh
of
no,
that.
no, that's totally cool. It's
I
good
love it.
story. It's a good story.
It was absolutely not my goal, but it was just kind of how things evolved or devolved depending on your point of
If
view.
you need to smile, just remember the vacuum conversation.
It's true. Yes, chat, if things have gotten too deep, remember that we did spend a good 20 minutes with Christian using this voice.
Hey everybody. I'm really sorry that my friend is dead.
Inside of a vacuum cleaner. So
See, when you say it
we'll
like that, it
always
doesn't
have
make
that.
it sad.
Thank you so much, everyone. It was so much fun to watch. If you were just tuning in now for Indomitable, that is awesome. Have a wonderful time. And next week, show up 3 hours earlier.
Yeah.
Is what I would say,
Wait,
because
what?
it has definitely been a lot of fun.
We're 3 hours earlier than Indomitable, and we're very funny.
Yeah, so I'm saying if you're showing up right now in chat for the next show, feel
Show
free
up.
next week to show up 3 hours
I
earlier,
understand now.
or just watch the recording in the VOD or on YouTube.
Which is also, but it sounds like next week is going to be a fun show.
Next week here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It looks like we're finally coming to
I'm
a
excited.
head.
We've
with
got
this
some
stuff.
major resolution that's going to happen before Gen Con, because we'll all be out in Indianapolis.
Plus we-
and
So things have to happen.
Yeah, so we have to resolve
Yeah.
some things. And I'm feeling really proud right now because I have been lightheaded for the last 2 hours, and we still made it through.
Are you okay?
I need food. I'm just realizing that. Like,
Hey,
remember when I asked for water? That was why I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fall over.
No.
That was a blast.
That's awesome.
That was also that was not only like one of the strangest episodes we've ever had, but we actually got a lot of stuff done.
Yeah,
We
I
had to
really
fight
liked it.
man-buns.
Plus, we wrote a #1 hit single.
Yeah.
How did it go again?
Bubblegum parachute, back bump vape. Flex stab vape.
Like stab vape.
Bubblegum parachute flex stab vape.
Thank you guys so
It'll
much.
have a verse too. I'm sure,
Masters
at some
of
point.
the Metaverse here every week, 6 p.m. Pacific. And yeah, it is going to be a lot of fun. We'll see you next week.
Love you,
Don't
Chad.
worry, I'm fine. I just did not
He does that.
eat enough.
He does not eat enough,
I did not
nor
think-
does he drink enough water, nor does he sleep enough, and then he has head problems, and we wonder why.
Yes, so I'm just fine. I've got a designated driver / person to make sure I eat. So, but yeah, so we are so excited to see you next week. Thank you as always. And again, if you're just showing up now, 3 hours earlier next week, I promise it's worth it. We're funny. And it's fun. Like that really was. That was so gratifying. Like I feel like we developed a lot of plot stuff and a lot of good things happened.
Yeah.
There. So
Awesome.
have a wonderful night. We'll see you guys in a week.
Bye,
Happy
guys.
birthday again.